I'm
Are you ready?
Hello,
Demotion.
everybody,
I'm ready.
Hello.
Depression.
and to my stream. Hello, superstars. Hopper's Hedgie.
Hmm?
And today is D&D. We're in session 8 of the Fable of the Twilight Vanguard.
Yes.
I was not able to stream because little dumb me had my bitrate set to absolute crap. But now that we have figured it out, I can now stream with glory.
Hopefully it'll stick that way.
Well,
It's
we're...
gonna stay that way or...
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta scroll up all the way to my thing.
Glory to our Stotska.
So the last time that we have streamed, if you want to check out everyone else that's here, I have their names up. I didn't know Owl's Twitch name, so I just put Owl.
Does
I
she
can't
stream?
stream, sadly.
Yeah. Origami Owl when she does.
Okay. I will have to put that later because this is just a PNG
Yeah.
of my layout. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so
Okay.
excited right now. I have no dropped frames.
You can't just have it.
So, last time on D&D.
I learned
Last
my
time.
last name.
I
Yeah.
learned my last
Not a
name.
day.
Last session, we've had everybody figuring out their names. Thanks to Penelope, which is our lovely raccoon resident. And they did some intel searching in the town, and they discovered a couple of interesting details, and they are getting ready to do day 2 of investigating the chateau. The team, after a long day of investigating, went back to the inn to get some rest. And when they wake up, they're refreshed. They do their usual routines, and as they get ready to start the day, are there anything that you guys to do specifically that's different?
I wanted to look at my...
No.
I meant to talk to you earlier. I want to look at my bag for any diary or journal my character may have kept.
Weren't we already at the chateau in the last session?
We were.
Not
think
this,
we were, like,
not
on
the
our
last
way.
session, but we were on our way.
Okay, so we were walking there already. Okay.
Yeah,
We're walking there.
I have
Like-
to put everyone's sheets up.
I'm going to stare extremely hard at the mirror and see if maybe I can
still have
break through and see like maybe my hair or something that I have not been able to see before.
I am gonna look into my bag. I guess I've got nothing else to do.
All right, I'm gonna need you guys to all roll and then send your rolls into the chat. 1,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Good.
Actually, wait.
I would like to actually investigate my armor, see if I can't figure out what kind of armor it is.
Okay, give me. So go ahead and roll those that want to investigate themselves.
I rolled. I rolled. I
I'll
put it down.
investigate myself.
I'm checking
I'll
for the
investigate
diary.
myself.
Ooh, wait, was that 13? That was a 13.
Oh, wait.
I'm glad I
So
got the
everyone's
10
rolling
out before the session began because having rolling on 18 is a lot better.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5.
Ow.
This. I am
Hey.
shook.
I'm an owl.
I'm way too shook.
She is shooketh to the core.
I'm so happy. Like, so genuinely happy now. Oh my god, I dream.
I don't believe in happiness.
Well,
yes,
that.
you do.
So,
Which is very
Ew.
ironic considering that I gave you this silver profile pic and it's just always smiling.
right.
I never smile.
Silver didn't put their roll in yet, I don't think.
Steven.
Oh, it's a 16. I put
Okay.
it in my notes
Oh, fair enough.
because that's what was open.
Fair enough.
To do. and then I have to log out of this, and out, log back in. So the reason why I'm having you guys roll is so that way, individually, when you guys ask me a question, easier for me to remember than all at once. Shout, scream.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the discovery phase. Do we learn?
There we go. I thought I broke. I thought I broke D&D Beyond, and I was gonna be like, I need one more character sheet, please.
Good lord.
Oh, but I got it. So I'm characters and Hatter. There we go. Sweet. Now that I got everyone, who's first?
Is it?
I have
are
to
we going
remember
Are we going by
Okay.
order of lowest roll to highest, or?
highest to lowest.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm going first.
Yep. Give me one moment.
Uno momento.
Do.
Okay, since I won't be for a little bit, I'm gonna use the bathroom quickly.
Oh my.
Take your
Okay.
time.
Well, you're right there in front of the mirror. Just go.
There we go.
I gotta leave my room to use the washroom. Bye, guys.
Milos,
Yes.
what is it that you see?
How do I investigate myself here? I don't have a mirror, I imagine. Do I? No, not as far as I'm aware.
Every room besides Silver's has a mirror.
But we were walking already to the place.
That's right. That's right.
She kind of.
No,
Okay, are we
Right.
retconning it or not?
I guess I'll just.
Oh,
I
well,
guess
actually,
we're
wait. We were still at the tavern because we
No,
just had
we
food.
ended
so we could
walking
like go
there.
check the bathroom one by one.
We already left the tavern. We ended when we were walking there already.
That's
Oh, okay.
right. We were walking towards the. That's right. We're at the chateau.
We're so prepared today.
Definitely.
Look, I was more prepared for everything else, but what happened last
It's fine.
session.
You did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily
All
for
right.
us, there's a puddle of water right beside us.
Yeah, there's a little puddle of water. You can also turn and look at a other player and ask them a specific question, and I can help with that.
Who ask me? I'll always be truthful.
No, absolutely not. Is there water nearby?
There's like a small amount of puddles distributed throughout, but it is raining,
That's
and
not helpful.
with that rain, it is even more difficult to determine.
I guess I'll just
Because of
look
the
into
mud.
my bag for something that tells me about, I don't know, either my appearance or my class, hopefully.
Okay.
Maybe there's something there.
As you dig through your bag, you are kind of like digging through. You do have like a book, and then you also have just like a regular like journal book that's blank because, well, not blank. You've been writing in it since the start of your trip, your adventure. Or no. You
Yeah.
also still have the coin.
Wait, I have a journal for like, you mean like since before I died? You mean, or?
It's just like you guys all have the same book, but it's all like your notebook kind of thing. So like your diary that you're writing in.
Oh, right, our notes, right. You mentioned that for a second
Yeah.
earlier.
After
Yeah, well,
death.
we all have diaries.
Looking through your equipment in your bag as you're digging through, you don't see anything that sticks out to you that looks different, or that tells you anything. You also have like your two axes on your back, like in a cross format.
Can I see my reflection on my axe? I highly doubt that, however, I will ask.
Go ahead and roll.
Sure. It's gonna sound like I'm cheating, but I did roll an 18 again.
I didn't see it. Doesn't count.
I mean, hey, look at
Along
me getting a 4
with-
for like half of my history checks.
Yeah, no one
Yeah,
make that
at
up.
this
I
rate,
believe
we
you.
don't believe you. Yeah, that passes greatly.
Sure.
You take your giant axe that you have gotten recently. And you're kind of looking at the reflection of it and you're squinting. And you can't really see much on the axe because, like, as Farron had told all of you prior, that even looking at your reflection, it's like looking through like that, like a huge amount of layers of frosted windows. However, you can see like a silhouette of yourself. And you can see like a part of you, like your hair perhaps, is darker than the silhouette.
Perp.
I can see my hair? Is it?
Like
You have
you
dark
can
hair.
see like if you were to like look at a silhouette of yourself, you also have like opacity, and the top of your head, possibly hair, is darker than the opacity of the silhouette.
Okay.
It could indicate that you have hat that is a darker shade, or your hair is a darker shade.
A hat? Can I reach to see if it's a hat?
Using that roll, you tuck your head, and as your fingers go through your hair, you determine that there is no hat.
Good. It would have been
Okay,
stolen by
okay.
Hatter.
My God.
That's her villain.
Crazy.
That's her villain arc. She just keeps stealing hats.
Yeah.
It's like,
I guess
Hatter
I'll
is
take
secretly a
that.
TF2 character.
Is my hair long? Can I notice that, or can I not see much of it?
Running your hand through your hair, it is short, but you also feel like it's on the slight messy route.
Ooh, messy hair is neat. Sure.
no, wait, no, that's something else. Listen to this. Never mind.
Sure.
No, I was gonna ask. Is it alive? But no, that's the orcs from 40K, where they have the creatures that make up their hair. Different franchise. My bad.
I guess
However-
there's not a whole lot I can ask about it then. Sure.
Is there anything else that you want to ask? Or is that all?
I've been told I have pointy ears already, right? Or was that... I feel like that happened.
You do have pointy ears, but they're not as pointy as Farron.
Ha! Weak.
Oh, wait.
Get better.
I'm alright.
Get the grow gains going, bro.
You're gonna get acquainted with that puddle over there in a second, don't worry.
We already were the first time we came around here. Because of you that time too.
True. What else is there? We know I'm tall.
Yes, the tallest.
Yes, the tallest. I don't think there's anything here that could tell me my race, is there?
Nope. I mean, you can find ways to determine your race.
Uh,
I gotta look into a bill. Oh, actually, I can do that right now.
I got ways to determine my race, do I?
Mm-hmm.
We're in edition
I'm
5,
gonna,
right?
as we're walking,
Yeah, we're
I'm
doing
gonna...
so the character sheets are 5e, but there's like little tidbits that are home.
Yeah, but for our races, we would be connected to 5.
Yeah, you're all connected to 5e
Okay.
because I would not have time there and go through every single race that D&D has to offer outside of 5e. I would cry.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're...
Yeah.
So I
Ooh.
can't be told what race I am.
You can't be
But I
told
might-
what race you are.
But
You are
I
able
might-
to
Yeah.
do certain features that can give you a hint of what you are. Like, do I have teeth? Do I have the ears? Is my skin tone a lighter or darker or a random shade of blue?
Can I see my skin tone? I probably couldn't see that. I don't know if I can.
I think if you compare it to Farron's skin tone, you can.
Is Fern
I-
nearby?
yeah.
Can I put like my arm beside her and see the difference?
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and roll though. I want to see
Yes.
what you get.
Roll for comedy.
This time it was not an 18, it was a 16.
Damn! Keep that guy
Alright.
on hand.
You know, I've been using this D20 for years.
You walk up to Farron, and who is just a little bit of ahead of you, but you walk up to her with long strides, so you easily catch up to the short half elf, and you tap her, and you ask to lift her arm.
Yeah.
So Farron kind of looks at you, and she's curious at first as to like, oh, the arm. So she naturally lifts up her arm, and you press your arm against hers, and you can't really describe it. So Farron's kind of looking at your arm and looking up at you and going, so what are we doing? Are we looking at the clock or something?
I am trying to find out my skin color.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. She looks at it just for a little while, kind of slowly blinking, and she goes, well, you're not olive tan.
What?
Olive tan, which is what Farron is. She's like on the tan side.
Okay.
You do have a little bit of like greenish hues.
Ooh.
Okay.
So probably not. No.
Maybe the orc theory was correct.
Half orc. Did I mention that?
Did you mention that?
I don't think you mentioned it to. I think you said one of you might be a half orc. but I'm
That's
not
right.
sure.
Yeah, I didn't confirm anything, but I did mention that it's familiar, but it's on the top of my tongue. I don't know. Out of nowhere, I don't turn
I
to.
know you can.
Sorry,
Like
go
she
on.
can't tell me my race. Or rather,
No.
she can't tell me my race
She's not allowed to tell
specifically.
you. She's not
but
allowed
she-
to tell you anything specific because.
Yeah, she's not allowed to tell me I'm a half orc, but is she allowed to tell me I'm a type of orc? That's
Well,
not.
actually, you
specific.
can check your face for orc teeth.
I mean, do half orc have?
Cause don't orcs usually have like teeth that like go up past their lip?
They do.
If I ask her if I'm like a half orc, can she signal yes or no? That's not answering the question. Physically?
She can. If you were to ask her, she can gesture.
Okay, that's helpful. So I will ask if am I
Oh
an,
my
an orc maybe? Some kind of orc? Half orc? I don't know.
Farron looks at you, and she goes to speak, but then realizes like it's that damned curse, so she's not able to. But she thinks about it, and she's like, okay, how can I tell you? And then she snaps her finger and lifts up her hand, and then
Uh-huh.
ever so gently tap the right side of your face, like just below your right lip. So like on the right side below your lip.
Yeah.
She
I
just
guess so.
barely taps it, and there's like a little bit of a dent, of like a dental dent.
Mm-hmm.
And she taps it, and she's like, "Can you feel this?"
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so you have something that may or may not be 85%
Uh-huh.
possible.
Maybe. Yes.
And as she's like slowly trying to explain it, she just kind of like gestures and like kind of makes like kind of like a game of charades. She's like pretending to like, she puts her finger up to her lip and kind of like makes like a slight her pointer finger kind of pokes upwards just above her lip, and she taps it along her lip, and she's like, "You have this though."
Pig?
I have this. I guess I do the same thing on myself.
As you poke your as you poke your lip, you do feel like something sharp is protruding out from your lip.
You should get that checked out.
Maybe.
Some healer.
Hey now,
my god.
don't be rude.
Didn't
I
mention
can't
that.
heal what's not broken.
We're all broken on the inside.
We're all broken inside.
Yeah, you are. She kind of like snaps her finger again though, and she goes, "I can say, it's a sharp tooth."
Sure. Okay.
A shark man.
Fair enough. No,
Dang
no,
it.
I don't think so. I don't think I can breathe underwater. I would have known when I jumped underwater.
Well.
He's a very tall beaver.
Ah! He woke up.
I guess I'm an orc of some kind, probably a half orc. Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
The probabilities are endless.
I guess. Sure.
Farron just kind of gives a polite smile and then continues walking as group walks up towards the chateau.
Alright.
Oh,
Well, what was everyone else
Silver!
doing?
Yes, hello.
It is your turn.
Yes, I want to investigate what type of armor I'm wearing.
Certainly. Roll for...
Wait, you want me to? Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta roll again.
Yeah.
The first roll was just for order, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 8.
Okay. Plus modifier bonus. You tap your armor that you are currently wearing, and on you, it does feel bulky. Kind of heavy. You're looking down at it, and it is also the same color that is akin to your name, so it is silver. As you're looking through it, though, like as you're looking at your armor, you do have little bits of gold, kind of like the trimming is like gold, and then on your arm, are they called gauntlets? Your arm guard?
Yeah, gauntlets.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Okay, awesome. You do have that sun symbol on both of your arms.
What kind of sound did the armor make when I tapped it?
When you tapped it, it makes like a loud, kind of like clang
Okay.
as metal hits metal.
Gotcha. Alright, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Next in the order is Nameless.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah. I just want to point out it has been 30 minutes since we started.
I'm sorry, that was on me.
No,
Yeah.
no. It has been 30 minutes since we started, and I have not dropped frame.
Woo!
Oh, congrats.
Until now.
I'll kill you.
Activate.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Anyway.
Alright, Nameless, make a survival throw.
Oh no. I'm going to check my bag for a possible diary. If I'm a researcher or archaeologist, I would probably keep some sort of diary, whether helpful or not.
Roll for invest.
19!
Whoa!
Not a 20.
As you dig through your book, or not your book, as you dig through your bag, you do see, like, you have, like, a couple of little pages, little, half-scrawled notes. Some of them have, like, just randomness on it. Like, you lifted up one of the papers, and one of them says, trying red berries. And then immediately, bad berries, taste disgusting.
I'm that type of
And then-
researcher.
And then you have, like, a half scrawled out drawing of what the berries looked like.
Is it a good drawing?
Mm,
I'll roll for it.
yeah, roll for it.
Roll for
Roll for art.
roll for artistic intent. 10.
Um,
Am I?
upon looking at these, you are able to kind of like squint at them, like looking at them, and you at first don't recognize the berry, but you can see that it has certain what could they what are there's it's similar to the lantern blossoms that you have seen around the Fey Fields. There's like a piece of fruit, just one fruit that is hanging off of the very end of the stem, and it kind of is in the shape of a lantern, almost. Hence why you had assumed at first that it was just a drawing of a lantern blossom. But you also drew little fire embers off of this berry.
All right. So what's it? Am I a good artist or?
You're decent.
Yes, I'm an artistic boy. Or girl.
Decent.
You're decent.
That's all it takes. I will hold
All
on.
it takes.
I'm better than 2% of the
that you-
populace.
Is that all that you wanted to question?
No.
Or is there more?
So there was just random notes, no real diary or anything, journal like that?
There's no diary from what you can see. But as you were looking through it, you do see that there's like a questionable thing that is in a form of, it's rectangular.
Oh, my OC.
It's rectangular, and it looks to be like folded paper, like a lot of folded paper.
Is it tough to unfold?
It's not tough to unfold, but as you go to open them, you're skimming through it, and it seemed to be written by someone else, because it's not the scrawls that you're writing. It's way more elegant from what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you can tell, it also is not in common language.
Oh.
Alright. Other. Yeah, not the language I know, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Squeak, squeak'em. Squeak, squeak'em,
No,
squeak, squeak.
Not the squeak.
God.
Pen, pen?
Let him squeak him.
Did I have a husband or wife or kids?
Nope.
Thank
You're a
goodness.
loner.
That would have been really fucking awkward to explain to them. Alright, that's good.
Single time.
Where have you been? I died. No excuses.
I died. You were late.
Okay, alright. Do I have dark vision?
You need to be in the dark to know if you have.
We have been.
vision.
Well, we
I
have.
was thinking that because
We'll wait till
I'm
nighttime.
We have been in the
I'm
dark.
looking at half orc stuff. I'm like, I might have dark vision. It's day. I don't know.
We were
Don't we
in.
want to go check on the Fae after we're done at the chateau? Maybe that will be our opportunity.
Hey, but no. Before she said no because we're in the dark and no one had dark vision. Unless
Everyone has dark vision.
it. Oh, true dark vision. Unless that was more of a we didn't ask about it, so we didn't notice it.
It's probably we didn't ask about it because.
Yeah.
An answer on that?
Hmm?
Did you want an answer on that?
Yeah, I'd like to know if I have dark vision or do I have to check it out later.
You'll have to check it out later because it is still, even though it is storming pretty badly, it's still got some light outside.
Alright.
So you
Maybe
can't
it'll be
exactly
dark in the
look.
chateau. Who knows?
Well, dwarves may have foresight into the future, so I'm going to see if I can foresee the future.
I can see the future.
We're gonna walk into the chateau. Wait, fuck!
I'm on fire!
16!
And this is you trying to figure out if you can see the future?
Yes, through the dwarven's ability
You
thing.
put your hands up to your forehead, like to your temples on either side, and you squint as you're rubbing your temples. And you're like, you seemed very focused, to the point to where like Silver is walking by you, and he just kind of like, she looks back and sees like how you look, and she kind of gives you a like a the fuck kind of
Yeah.
look as she's slowly trying to like walk a little bit faster away from you. The only thing that you can think of right now that is in the future is, am I gonna trip as I go up this hill?
I'm
Who,
a-
you?
Do you?
So,
Silver just shrugs it off. It's just like, fuck it. That's just nameless.
Well,
Yeah.
considering
That's nameless.
considering I
You
didn't.
do not have future.
Aha! So I'm a halfling. Because if I was
You
a
can't see the future.
if I was a gnome, I'd turn to stone during the day and turn to a toad.
Uh,
Actually, I don't think that's what happens in this version.
No.
Shit.
You're not Shulk.
Shulk. Spoilers.
Wow.
I don't need to know Shulk
That's fine.
turns to stone or into a toad.
He
It
doesn't
is-
do that.
Does not
But
do
anyways,
that.
go
Yeah.
on.
Yes, it's a future thing. I got that.
So
It's a future thing.
it's a future thing.
You'll get it.
apparently.
You'll get it later. Ha 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 ha. Alright.
Lorza.
Alright, so I don't think I actually properly investigated my armor. So that's the first thing I want to do is I want to see if it's like bulky armor or if it's very stealthy type armor.
Okay.
So investigation roll 12.
Plus bonus. You look at your armor because you had just watched Silver tap her gauntlet against her her armor, and you hear the metal clang, and you actually do the same movement, and you smack your body as well, and and it sounds lighter than Silver sounds.
Okay. Any indication on what it looks like color-wise?
As you look down, you have armor on your. You have the. You don't have gauntlets, like they don't go all the way up to your hand, but they are like on your wrist only.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not metallic. They're a dark brown, which indicates like leather, which you look a little bit confused a little bit because, well, if it's leather, then why did it make another sound? And you look down and you have a kind of like a dull chest plate that is just only like covering your chest plate. You don't have any other armor that's on you but that chest plate. So it could indicate that maybe you either lost your armor, like your other pieces of armor, or that armor is not yours.
You're
What?
wearing someone else's armor.
Why would I be wearing someone else's armor?
Maybe you're a freak like
I
that.
don't know.
Can I get a feel for if it is mine or not?
In
Roll
public?
for
Perception?
yeah, roll for perception. Roll to see if this is yours.
12 again.
Plus your bonus.
Everyone be rolling the same numbers today.
Yeah, what the
Mhm.
hell? As you're like looking at the armor and you're like kind of lifting the chest plate just a little bit, like you're like tucking your fingers underneath the bottom of the chest plate, and you can fit your fingers into it, which indicates like there's a gap, which is a possibility that like maybe you had maybe taken it, like maybe you fought someone and then you took the loot or something, but you can certainly say it's not your armor that you would wear.
Okay. Alright, well, with the armor check out of the way, there's two other things I want to check. One thing is, it was mentioned before that I have long braided hair. I want to bring that braided hair to the front so I can see what color it is.
All right. With that same that you've had, you take your hair and you go and look at it, and as you go to look, you can see that it goes from not a platinum blonde but like an ash, and it fades into kind of like a darker hue. So I want to say like maybe a reverse ombre. So it goes from like ash blonde to like black at the end.
Okay. Interesting. And the final check, because Marlos was doing the thing with Farron of the arm check, I asked, "Oh, would I be allowed to do that too?" So, like I asked Farron.
Yeah. She like holds up her arm and she kind of like smiles and it's like, "Here you go."
All right. Skin check.
Scare.
Natural 20.
What the?
Dun dun dun.
As you roll,
The
that
enchantment is
stupid
broken. You can
20.
see your entire self.
right? You go and like put your arm up against Farron, and comparing the skin colors, Farron just kind of like looks at it and she goes, "Oh, you're in the tan color, so you're not like Marlos. You are lighter than I am, though."
All right. Well, if there's no green mentioned, then I'm not an orc.
Nope.
So, I'm still thinking I'm a half-elf.
Could be an albino orc.
True.
Plot twist.
Gray
again.
orcs are a thing.
Well,
Even if you're not-
actually, wait. Since Marlos
if you're
did
not
do
gray.
the tooth check, I'm gonna do the tooth check.
That's pretty obvious. I'm the orc probably.
With that roll,
We get more
you
than one.
happen to also have seen like you had seen like Farron and Marlos talking about his tooth, and you see like Farron tapping her chin close to her lip as if like indicating like the sharp tooth, and you immediately tap your face, and you can feel like it feels natural, like it feels like a normal set of teeth. You don't feel like there's any indentions anywhere, so like there's no protruding teeth or anything. It feels fair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I think I've discovered enough about myself for now.
All right. Up on that list is Gray.
Hi.
What the hell do you want?
Damn.
I want to not be gray anymore.
Well,
Too bad it's your name.
Step outside.
His surname.
And everyone else is kind of just walking about, looking at themselves and trying to discover. I'm gonna rush on ahead to the chateau and kind of get out of the rain.
Oh please, that
Oh,
mimic.
yeah.
I don't like to be raining. I
Oh
don't like
god.
the rain.
Oh gosh, out there. Please let there be a mimic that eats him as he goes through the doorway. Please.
Roll to not
Down
slip.
now.
Ooh.
Oh, slip
that
roll.
was actually Silver, you fucker. That was what I was going to say.
All right, roll to not slip. What would that
Why
be?
We're
can't
running
we-
ahead.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we?
What would that be? Acrobatics?
It would be a.
Don't slip.
I want to.
Saving
I
roll.
want to say it's an athletics check,
Okay.
but roll with
Athletics check.
advantage.
Roll with what?
Disadvantage.
Why?
You're running.
You're
It
running
is-
in the
You're
rain,
You're
bro.
running on a 45-degree slope in the
In
pouring
the
rain.
rain.
I didn't know
Yeah,
it was
isn't
45
it
degrees.
like thunderstorming, or is it just raining?
Yeah. It's thunderstorming.
I know you're running ahead. We're all going at a pretty normal pace.
Yeah, as you're running, Farron's like calling out, "Be careful, Gray! It's slippery!"
Roll
Hey,
out, don't fall.
listen!
Okay, my high.
Listen!
My high roll was a 19. My low roll was a 12.
Well, 12.
You're taking that 12 because that's disadvantage.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's
You
fine, you got this.
turn to look back as you hear Farron calling out to be careful, and you do stumble a little bit. You do manage to catch yourself a little bit though, but because of that slip, you think it's slightly a bit better to kind of just wait for everyone else to come up.
I just want to get out of the rain.
Then go. Be free.
I'm trying. People keep
Dude.
calling me back.
Do you want me to
One-
stand over you so the rain doesn't get to you?
I appreciate it, but I can stand on my own 2 feet. Thank you.
Okay.
To be clear, one person called you back. Just one.
Yes, I'll keep marching on besides Farron.
Don't worry,
I
I'm
guess.
feeling when Hatter's
Going steady.
Your head.
when Hatter's done, we're gonna get there.
Maybe we should get a hat. That might help with the rain.
Well, we're like, I want to say we're like 75% up this hill. Owl, Hatter,
You
It's
know,
your
run around that
turn.
hill.
I must move closer. It cannot pick me up. There we go. Hi.
Hey!
hi.
Do you need me to get you a chair?
Oh!
Yeah.
Alright, it's outside the room.
Never mind.
It's right outside the room! Jeez.
But I am here.
Continue.
What is it that you see?
I would like to kind of feel my ears to see what kind of shapes they are.
Okay, so you are enjoying the view of the forest that's around us, and you look over. So it goes Gray's in front, and then it's Marlos, Farron, and then Lorza is slightly, like, not walking alongside Farron, but is like slightly behind Farron. And then it's Silver. And then you're walking next to Nameless, who seems to be trying to do something with his temples. You can see like he's like rubbing his forehead, and you're like, oh, he's having a headache or something. But as you're walking, you notice Marlos and Farron are chatting, and you see like Marlos is kind of like touching his ears, and like just like confirming with himself that he's got slightly pointy ears.
You could be like,
As you see him doing that, you also kind of like subconsciously touch your ear. And I'm gonna need you to roll a investigation check.
A 9.
ooh.
Let me see investigation.
Maybe good investigation.
You do
who
have a
knows?
bonus.
Ooh.
You touch your ear and you kind of like rub your thumb over it just to see if like there's like a point or something. And at first you're not quite sure if there's like any differences, considering like how Farron has very pointy ears. You do know for a fact that your ears are slightly similar to that of Marlo.
Half orc friend.
Let's go.
Hello. Maybe. I don't know.
Not a tiefling, I don't think.
You have to be pretty small to be a tiefling.
I don't think tieflings are,
What?
are
No, they're
small necessarily.
as
They
big
can
as-
be medium.
As big as half orcs.
Mm.
Because I'm pretty
Just
sure I'm
make
tall
sure.
as Marlon.
Yeah, you're about as
Yeah,
tall as Marlos.
True.
Either that or you're human. Just a big beefy
Could be a
human.
tall human, but
maybe
humans
not.
don't have like pointy-ish ears.
It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic thing from our
I mean-
culture.
I mean, some humans have slightly pointy ears. It could just be like a thing that happens.
I think pointy enough to be equal to a half orc, but that is fair, I guess.
People can alter their appearance.
True. True.
You just have
true.
bits and pieces of every other race, and you cannot figure out what you originally were.
Yeah.
With that said,
Anything else you're doing?
I'm thinking.
yeah, is there anything else?
Yeah. Anything else?
You know what?
Think faster.
Since everyone else been testing skin,
Fair.
that
Like,
way.
I want in on this.
I want to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
tested my
that.
armor.
I want to know
Tuba
my
did
skin
just test
color.
it out
You know, I'm gonna compare it.
Yeah.
Using that roll that you had, you look at your arm as well, and then you like look over at Nameless, who is next to you, and then you look back at your arm, and then back over at Nameless, and you're just like, "Hey, can I see your arm?"
Can I see your arm, please?
No touching.
I'll try not to.
As I put my arm closer to her.
Don't touch the merchandise.
With like 2 centimeters of distance between your arm and Nameless's, you
touched.
can determine you can determine that like his arm is on the pale side with like slight red hues. Yours, however, is on the darker hue, but more not red.
Not red.
So you don't have like natural skin color.
Okay.
You're artificial.
Damn.
You're just in it for the trends, aren't you?
You got it.
What?
Anything else?
Is that all?
Is that all?
I think that was all of us.
I don't. Oh, well, she might have more.
Could
Huh?
I use my weapon? Because I bet it's shiny,
I back away.
and you can see your
I
reflection.
beat the shit out
Can
of
I see
Nameless.
what color eyes I have?
Ooh, color eyes
Yes,
a good
you
one.
can try.
I would like to try.
Roll another investigation, but roll with.
With what?
You cut out.
It means lowest. Roll with disadvantage. So roll the
Okay.
lowest.
Yeah, roll twice. You
Roll
take the
twice, you
lowest
get the-
result.
The lowest one
Roll,
counts.
hope you roll 20 twice.
Okay, 7
7,
and 12.
1,
12.
12.
7.
Even I heard that. Come on now.
So the 7 gets.
I gotta have some
Yeah.
fun here.
With
Damn.
the
This whole thing has
7
been
being
fun.
the lowest.
This whole thing has been
With
fun.
7
I'm
being
really
the
enjoying
lowest,
it.
you hold up your axe, and as you're like squinting, trying to you like widen your eye, trying to see if you can see what color eyes you have, you start to realize you can't see yourself in this axe, and so as you're looking at it,
Damn it.
Sorry, just like it's just not meant to be. Move
you
on.
only just see a silhouette of a face, but you can't see yourself.
Shit. Well, these are useless.
They're good for killing.
Rough, buddy.
Well, yeah, that. I guess I'm good for now.
Awesome. So now that everyone's gone through their roles, everyone gets to the chateau. And as they get to the chateau, they do see like the big giant building in front of them. And off to the right is a smaller white building. And they can choose to go in, or they can look at that odd building that's next to the house. Or whichever.
Hmm.
Hey, I just solved something.
Huh?
Are you thinking what I'm
Before we
thinking?
try going in to what might be dangerous, has anyone been reading up on any monsters that are nearby that we might need to look out for?
Oh, just
Yeah, I've done some reading.
just the hideous
Ooh.
half orcs, terrible beasts, very fearsome.
What do you know, okay, Roldy?
Ow! No touch.
Hold on, I'm waiting for Nameless to finish his joke.
Go on, be funny.
This is a long pause for a joke.
Are you done?
I think he ended the joke already.
Anyways, I was actually reading about these monsters that are called mimics. They disguise themselves as anything that might lure us in towards them. So, if there's anything in the room that may seem out of place from the last time we were here, we might want to be on our guards.
Okay.
Alright, so poke every inanimate object with a sword. Got it.
I don't have a
basically.
sword.
With that being said, who wants to go first?
I am going to step inside and pull out the father's diary and start reading it a bit.
By
Just-
the way, what is it inside?
Hmm?
Do I need dark vision to see? Inside of the chateau, maybe?
Oh.
Mm?
As
Can we do
you
it?
guys enter the chateau, you are saddened to realize that there are still windows in the chateau giving sunlight. Or not
Block the
sunlight,
windows.
but light.
Yeah.
So you can't check for dark vision.
Fair enough.
Foiled
Damn.
again.
I mean, there ought to be somewhere where there's no windows. How big is this
Yeah,
place again?
There's probably cellars and stuff.
There are 2 stories.
Someone might have
the-
drawn a map of it. Or so I've heard. I don't know.
I'm working on it. There's
I thought you
2
finished it.
stories. No. Well, I got like half of the.
Fair enough.
With that said, there are 2 floors. The library connects them. The only places that you haven't been to are the 2 upper rooms of library.
I should split up and check both of those rooms, I guess.
Should we search them individually or go as a group?
If it's just like 2 rooms, you can group up. Probably.
So there's 7 of us. So if we want to split into a group, there's groups of 2, which means one group will have 4 people.
True.
Maybe we should stick together since we don't know what to expect yet.
Sure.
Mhm.
There was supposed to be some monsters still here,
Yeah.
wasn't there?
Mhm.
So I've heard.
I say we get our weapons out and proceed with caution.
How do we even
Actually,
know it's
wait.
here?
Gray, you have the invisibility timer again, right?
As I always do.
How about you go in, and if you see anything out of the ordinary, report back to us.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
I guess I'll sit down and play cards with silver and probably lose again, as one does. Well,
Yeah, doesn't this feel like deja vu?
Well,
Anyone want to grab the
I'll
other
stay
side?
right by the door, so if there is something and the timer doesn't work or something, I'll back you up.
Alright, I'll take a few steps forward and then I'll bring out the timer and use it to turn invisible.
Zawarudo.
Dungeon Master?
Go ahead and roll.
Okay. Hey, why do I need to roll to push a button?
I think it's more a stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're still
You're
walking
sneaking.
in there, I
You-
guess.
Yeah, the floorboards might still creak.
Mhm.
Ooh, that is a 5.
Oof, ouch, your
Oof.
bones.
Ouchie.
Let me check
It's probably because of my boots. They're covered in mud. They're making squelching sounds.
Well, you have a bonus. With that bonus, you push down on the timer, and you disappear from everyone's view. Where do you want to go first? You're currently in the foyer, but the way to get upstairs is like to go up the stairs into the library, and then there's 2 doors on your left.
The timer lasts for 5 minutes, you said?
I think if it's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, wasn't it just 30 seconds?
Yeah, it was just 30 seconds.
Alright, I guess I'll take a quick walk around the room and just kind of glance around in other rooms real quick just to make sure there's nothing getting ready to attack us before I come back to the group.
Okay. As you enter the library,
Like, I'm not going into the rooms, I'm just like kind of like opening the door and looking in real quick and then...
yeah. So, as you walk into the library, you open up the first door on the left. And as you open the door just to get like a little peek, you can see that it looks like a little bit of like study room. Just a couple of like chairs, desks, some plants. You close the door. You go into the next, and you open the door, and there's two beds. Looks pretty small, but the room itself is big. It's bigger than the study room. But you don't see anything alarming in any of those 2 rooms. It just feels peaceful. You don't feel any like senses of danger. It feels empty.
Okay, I guess I'll return back to the group then.
As you return to the group, you make yourself known to the group since you are still invisible for about 20 more seconds.
Cough, cough, I'm here.
Oh, did you see anything?
I found 2 rooms. One was a study room and one was a bedroom with 2 small beds in it. That's a lot bigger than it looks.
Oh,
But
that must be where
aside-
the 2 daughters stayed.
There might be something there, yeah.
Maybe one of them left
aside from that, I didn't really see anything suspicious. Aside from the fact that it was 2 small beds in a really huge room.
That is a bit weird.
So in case anyone decides to lay on them, stab it first.
I wasn't planning on sleeping, but fair enough.
Well, I think we should probably check that room, because apparently one of the daughters had possibly left a diary. I think it was Luna who left it.
Anyways,
Well,
I'm
let's go
gonna
ahead and
end the
see.
timer. And I push the button on the timer and come back to visibility.
You just hear the little tink, and all of a sudden from like the feet up to his head, Gray just reappears for everyone.
Taking this moment, I'm gonna look over myself. Maybe I'll take a look at my shoes and see if I can find anything special about them.
Roll for investigation.
Everyone else has been doing it, might as well.
Yeah.
I found that hilarious. Everyone else investigates themselves. Gray, fuck this, I'm out of here. Tries to run for the chateau.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a 19.
Oh, god damn. You reappear. You take that moment to look down at yourself, and you've got armor on. You do have what looks to be like boots, metal boots, and
Wait,
don't-
I've been wearing safety-toed shoes this whole time?
you've
God,
been
my
wearing
feet must be
boots,
killing me.
and you look at your hand, because you have the timer in your hands. You look at your hands, and you also have gauntlets as well. But you don't seem to have like any other armor on you.
So that's why I feel most of the light, except for these shoes. Anyways.
So are you guys splitting up, or are you all going to agree and just go into the bigger room?
I kind of want to split off.
Yeah, we can split up.
All right,
Yeah,
so
have two
3 and
groups.
4.
Sure.
Well, I'm still staying behind
Alright,
to read the
everybody-
journal.
Everybody
I want to investigate
roll.
for Luna.
Yeah.
What am-
So go ahead
what
and
do we
roll. Nameless.
Mm-hmm.
Are you staying behind from the group, or are you going with the group while you're checking the journal?
I'll go with whoever.
Okay. So everyone go ahead and roll. If you guys are closer to each other, I'll break it apart somehow. Trust me on it.
11. Do you roll also
12.
since you're also
Yeah.
with us? Okay.
I
I guess,
also
I guess put it in the chat.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and put them in chat.
I got a 16 or an 8, but I moved it off. I think it was whatever.
Go ahead and reroll.
2. Fantastic.
Okay.
Put that in the chat.
Looking in the chat. Barely dropped anything. Let's fucking go. Silver, what did you roll?
I got a 2.
Okay.
We got 2 11s, 2 2s.
What did
So-
Owl get?
Okay, so who rolled 2s?
Nameless did.
Nameless is
Nameless.
Silver.
Silver.
Just adding- Owl rolled a 4, so it's...
Is there... Okay, so there's a 4.
Is there,
Owl rolled
there
a
are
4.
there's
I
already a
rolled a
3
4.
and 3 split, basically. Just which one are you gonna go with at this point, I think.
So in one team, it's gonna be Marlos, Gray, Lorza, and then in another group, it's Nameless, Silver, Owl, and with a 5, Farron.
There we go.
Okay.
So that's our group. Who wants to go into what room?
I vote to go check the children's room to see if I could find Luna's diary.
Sure,
Okay,
you can do that.
so
I'm
you
good with
3
that.
are going into the children's room, which leaves the bigger group into the small study room.
Smart idea, gang. We did
Get in
it.
there. Squeeze in there.
Which
All
group's
right,
going first? Yeah.
I'm gonna need Gray and Hatter.
Hi.
Roll. Who goes first?
Okay.
I'm taking this advantage to run and grab a burrito.
I got an 11
I
again.
got 7. I got a 7.
7 11.
Books are food for thought. Why'd everyone
And
go
so
quiet?
the silence begins.
Which? Oh,
Not the
she's muted.
silence.
No! No!
I miss Hope. Can't believe she's gone.
It's almost like I can still hear her voice.
I wonder if she'll come back from the war.
Miss.
She went to go get milk and never came back.
She's coming back. She's just getting shit.
Sometimes I can still hear her voice, you're right.
Oh no! Oh no! It's no use! Take this!
You will give me an egg.
Isn't this romantic?
Thank you, Steven.
We gotta get them all out while she's gone.
Indeed!
Grand Slam!
I just want to say I hate all of you, and
There we go.
those that use that words are rolling with disadvantage.
That's
Wait, what?
all of us.
Well,
Wait, I didn't do anything.
I already got my roll.
We're just
You
getting
left
about
when we
while you
did
were
it.
gone.
I didn't
my
do anything.
stream very much welcomes you guys.
I can't do anything.
Fair enough.
All right,
So, anyways, I got an 11.
Okay.
She got a 7.
all right. So it is Milos Gray and Milos.
What?
What?
You say
What?
me twice?
You said Marlos.
You said Marlos, Gray,
Marlos.
Marlos.
There's two
There's
Marloses.
too many. There's too many ors. With that said, Marlos, Lorza, and Gray.
There you go.
Okay.
you
So we get in the
guys-
room. Yeah, go on.
You guys enter the kids. Upon entering the kids' room, the room has a somber feeling.
Oh, that's not
Uh,
good.
Looking around the room, you see two small kid beds. One on the far left, one on the far right. Blue and orange. They're opposites of each other, but they're balanced.
Okay.
Ironically, for a kid's room, there are toys, but they're in neat, cluttered piles near their bed,
Okay, makes sense.
as if like they were sorting through their toys or something last minute. At the windowsill are two small chairs facing the window. One with a neatly folded pink blanket, one without. What do you guys want to do?
Can I poke the bed, I guess, on the left to see if it's alive?
Roll for investigation.
Okay. That's an 8?
What are you poking it with?
I guess I don't need to use an axe. I do have a dagger, so I'll just poke it with a dagger.
What part of the bed are you?
The mattress, I
You
suppose?
just poke it, it goes, woo!
Jesus.
With the dagger, you poke the mattress. You poke the blue mattress, and nothing happened.
Okay.
As you're
Um.
poking it with the dagger, you do kind of like poke a little hole in the blue blanket.
It's fine. We can. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna put my dagger away and I'm just gonna lift the bed to look below it. Underneath it, rather, not below it, but you got it. You're gonna lift the
Just
bed.
lift the bed above your head.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, roll for athletics while we're at it.
Fucking Chunky
Sure.
Kong in here.
An 18. Thank you for coming back, 18. I appreciate you.
I'm not even going to fucking bonuses.
I have a bonus in athletics? That's wild.
Yeah.
It
That's
might be a dirty
wild.
20 at that point.
Yeah.
Is it actually a dirty 20 or is it like past it?
It's past it.
Oh, so it's plus over 2. Okay. Good to know.
Damn.
Damn.
Do go on.
You go, okay. And you
Okay.
put one
Cracks
arm.
knuckles.
Yeah, you crack your knuckles and you proceed to like put one arm under the bed,
Uh-huh.
and then you lift it.
Yes.
Son of
Choked on my
a...
burrito. As you lift the bed, it tilts just a little bit as you're like trying to like adjust your grip onto it, and you just hear like a soft thunk as something hits the ground.
Oh.
And looking down while you're holding this huge ass little bed over your fucking head, you see what looks to be a little book.
Okay, I'm gonna kick it to the side slightly. So
Yeah,
then
I'll
pick
go
it out, just,
over. I'll go
yeah.
over and pick it up for.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna
Marvelous.
gently and carefully put the bed down.
and then I'll hand the book over to Marlos.
Do I have to roll for any of that, or are we good?
No, you're good for that. I'm not
Okay, I'll just gently
that
put
fucking
that down,
athletic
and
check.
I guess I'll grab the book. Thank you, I appreciate your help. Guess I'll start reading while they do something else in the room. I don't know if they're gonna do anything.
Would I
flip
be
through this.
would I be allowed to try to try to read the diary with them?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Or what do I want?
I feel like somebody handed me a weapon in our last session. Is that right? Like someone handed me a dagger or something?
No,
I know
I handed
Penelope
a dagger
was-
to Penelope.
True.
Penelope's
but
now
Oh
armed.
yeah.
I remember someone handing me a weapon because they're like in case somebody needs to be short-handed or something.
All right. Go ahead and you guys go ahead and open the book. And the first page says Luna's diary.
Oh.
But as you flip the next page, immediately it's in a different language that you guys don't.
Oh, that
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah. Do any of us speak this?
Normally see. Marlos does not.
Okay.
Gray does not.
I'm gonna guess it's Elven. Elvish?
Lorza
Elfic?
does not.
Okay.
So all three of you cannot read this book.
Well, I
Well,
guess I'll tuck it away and ask
Well,
the
it's
rest
not
of the
in
group
Sylvan.
later. I
Don't
guess
we
we'll
have
ask the
someone that
rest
has
of
a
the
book
group.
of languages near us, or?
In your group, there are 2, maybe 3 people that might know
we'll,
this.
we'll bring it up when everyone is together again. For now, just tuck it away in my pocket, bag,
Mhm.
whichever
You put
I
it
have.
in your bag.
Sure.
Upon putting it in your book bag, putting it in your bag, you guys can continue to look around the room.
I guess
Sure.
so.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check under the other bed. See
I
if
guess
there's
I'll
something.
check by the windowsill with the funny pink blanket. I don't know.
All right.
I guess I'll stand guard at the entranceway in case somebody tries to ambush us.
Smart.
So Gray stands near the door. Lorza goes and peeks under the orange bed. Doesn't see anything different. Like there's like little slippers that are under this bed. And then you look and you kind of like tap the pillow and you move blankets, and there just doesn't seem to be like anything that's out of the ordinary on this bed.
Okay. So nothing there. Is there anything else in the room that catches my eye?
Roll for investigation.
Alright.
Can I roll investigation to see if any of my other
I
senses
see
are catching
absolutely
something?
nothing. I see absolutely nothing, for I rolled a natural 1.
Oof. Yeah,
Okay.
you lift your head up and you look at everyone else, and then you're just there. Gray, go ahead.
I'm gonna see if there's like anything else my other senses are picking up, like if I hear something or I smell something.
Roll for
Just-
investigation.
Do I have to roll for anything also, or?
That is a 19.
My
Look
God,
at you.
the opposite
That-
of Lorza.
Thanks, you went and recovered.
Yeah, no. You look around and you kind of like take a moment and you just hear, you can hear like the scuffling of Lorza and Marlos going through the room.
Mm-hmm.
If standing by the doorway, you can hear the faint talking of the other group just in the next room.
Ah, Nameless is getting some shit again.
But there's nothing that seems to be out of the ordinary.
Nothing that my nose is picking up either.
The only thing you're really smelling, because you're in that doorway, is a mixture of kind of like, it's hard to explain, but when you haven't been into a room for a very long time, and then you open the door and it has like that musty feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the bedroom smells like. And then you're also having a mixture of the smell of musty book from the library.
Mm. There's nothing much of use there.
Alright. Well, I can't seem to find anything else. Shall we try to meet up with the other group?
Did I find anything by the windowsill with the blanket or whatever? Or
You head over to the windowsill and you lift up the blanket and you kind of like unfold it just to see if there's anything there. And you don't see anything, but you hold the blanket up to yourself and it only goes up to like your upper thigh. So it's a very small blanket, which indicates like the ages that these two girls have been between the ages of 9 and 12,
okay.
like an average. Other than that though, nothing really.
Well, I guess that's that for here. We could go meet up with the gang, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we've exhausted our resources in this room.
Sure.
At the same time of you guys investigating this room, from the moment that you guys walked in, the other group walked into the small study. It's small enough to where everyone can fit in the room comfortably, but there's 2 chairs, there's 2 desks, 2 chairs, a huge bookshelf filled with books. One of the tables in the study has a book open along with what looks to be like a notepad with a quill sitting down next. And this is with the other group. So this is Baron, Silver, Nameless, and Hatcher.
Do the desks have like drawers in them that we can pull open, see if there's anything inside?
Yes, there are.
Alright, well, let's take a look around then.
All right, roll for investigation, all 4 of you.
6.
18.
9.
20.
Oh.
9.
All right. So Farron, with the highest fucking number.
Did you nat 20?
I nat.
Oh my
Very
god.
good.
Going into the study, Farron sits down at one of the desks, just so that way she's like not standing up and like being in anyone's way. So she sits down at one of the desks, and you just hear the little of the chair creaking. So Farron at first kind of like sits down very quickly, but then that creak startles her to the point where like she slowly sits down in the chair, and then once she's like fully like sitting, opens the book, or not the book, but she opens one of the drawers, and there's like 3 ink bottles that are unopened, and several quills. And then she opens the drawer that's underneath it, and there's 2 to 3 scrolls that don't seem to be written on.
Sorry, did you say scrolls?
Yeah, like rolled up paper,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but there's nothing written on them. And she's sitting at the desk that doesn't have the book that's open on it. And then who rolled an 18?
That was me.
Where do you want to?
I'm still looking through the journal.
Okay, so you're reading through the father's journal.
Yep. For any what it be? Any mention of the monster or passages?
So as you're going through the journal slowly, you do see that the father at one point had mentioned a greenhouse that he had built for his daughter, Luna. But as you flip through the pages, about 4 pages later, 3 months had gone by since he had written that he built the greenhouse. Or not 4 months. Let's 2 weeks. It has been 2 weeks since he last writ about greenhouse. And he mentions that he had to lock the greenhouse because one of Luna's plants had bit Chara. He does mention in this exact same passage that he has a code that will unlock the greenhouse, but he will not write it because he does know that his daughters are very devilish and will go through his things and will find out what the code is.
Not written. This is gonna be an interesting puzzle to solve. Brute force could work. Alright. Anything else in the journal of note?
Nothing really in particular. It does mention at several points that it was one of his daughter's birthday, and a couple of weeks later it was the other daughter's birthday. And then he mentions, like, in the last entry that they're going on a trip. And he mentions how much he hated to lie to them, but he has no choice.
All right. Okay.
Who's next? Roll.
I think the other two tied with a 2.
Let's
No,
try
I rolled a
again.
6.
Okay,
job.
and then Hatter rolled.
A 9.
Okay, so it's Hatter now. Hatter, what are you doing in this?
Can I look around the room to see if there's anything else in here?
You certainly can. As you are looking around the room, you stand off to the side so that whoever wants to, like, walk around the room doesn't accidentally bump into you. But as you're looking around, you do see that the curtains are closed, so that this room doesn't exactly have, like, as much lighting as the rest of the room, but it has still got some lighting in it. You don't see anything that's extraordinary. Like, there's shelving that's in there that's above one of the desks, and it has a vase full of wilted flowers, and then some books that are on there, and then a little figurine of a not a figurine, but a bookend. On one side of the shelf is a moon, and on the other side is a sun.
Can I go look at those books?
Yeah. So you go ahead and you, like, examine the books. There's about 6 books that are all in a row. One book mentions flora of Severa. And then there's one book that cannot be pronounced, but it does look very, very elegant. There's one that mentions history of Jonestown, and then a few books that don't have titles on them, but they are smaller than the others.
I want to go read that elegant book.
As you grab that elegant book, you go to open it, and you flip to like a random page, and upon reading that book, your eyes feel very sore as you're trying to comprehend the writing of this book. It's not in a language that you know.
Maybe one of us knows, dude. You keep that for later, I don't know.
I will hold on to it.
Alright, and you slide it into your book bag. Your bag!
We would just call it book bag, it's fine.
I'm calling it a book bag. At this rate,
There
you
you
guys
go.
all have books at this rate, I wonder.
Yeah. Mine has a lot of books in it, so it's definitely a book bag at this point.
Yeah. Silver!
I have one book. Yeah. Two now, I guess. Oh, Silver's gone, I guess.
No,
Oh,
I'm right here.
Oh,
There you
hello.
are, Silver.
Alright, I actually want to sit down at one of the desks, and I want to take a look at that sun logo on my gauntlets again, and I want to try a religion check on it.
Oh.
Okay, so
Follows the
you
goddess of the sun. Oh.
So you sit down next to, you're sitting down at the desk that has book open, and you put your arm on the table to examine it. And as you are examining, you do see a the sun gauntlet as well, just kind of like looking at it, and you see like the familiarity of it. And go ahead and roll that religion.
Let's see here. We have 19!
Good job.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
All right. Self-care later. As you look at the gauntlet, you're tracing over the sun logo of it. And as you are going through it, one second.
Take your time.
Give me
What's up?
Okay. Sorry, I was just given snack.
Oh.
Oh my god, snacks.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I had to do a suspension for Silver. You look at the logo, and it goes from a yellowish orange fading into a blue in the background, and then the sun logo itself has a golden sun with 8 silver points, like the sun rays.
Okay.
As you are looking at this gauntlet, you feel as if this feels neutral, but also good.
Okay.
And you get a feeling of healing in a little bit. Like, it feels like you're able to provide help for those that are hurt or injured or sick. And as you're looking at this gauntlet, just intensely, you just focus in on it, that you're almost meditating in a way, because you're narrowing in on that. And as you are narrowing, just in your ear is a faint whisper, and it's a male voice that feels warm, like it feels inviting and warm like the sun, as he's saying, come back. As you hear the voice.
Can you repeat
Yeah.
what the voice said? You cut out to the at the very end.
Yeah, come back to me, my child. And as you hear that whisper, you look up just to make sure that it's not Nameless whispering in your ear. And you turn around, but you see that Nameless is standing. He's like sitting on the desk that Farron is sitting at, and he is engrossed in reading this journal from the father. That
He's reading. Penelope's just munching down on a muffin.
Yeah. So
She just had a
they're
spare.
away from you. They're away from you that it couldn't have been Nameless. So you start questioning, where did that voice come from? And I'm gonna do this to all of you. Vin says it's time to hydrate.
I did do that.
Oh. Oh, I have a little bit left.
Might as well get some stretches
What's your
in
water?
while we're at it.
Hydration is important, kids.
I'm not saying your water.
Unless I take it. What? You don't like sharing?
I'm fine.
I have a teeny
Sure.
left.
So is anyone going to talk about that book that's laying on one of the desks?
It's
Well,
just there.
there's a reason I'm not going for it. Well, the next turn I'm going to do something with it. But I'm too engrossed in the book to pay attention to what's going around me at the moment.
My god.
Look, I'm in auto mode where I'm just following the group. They enter the room, I'm like, okay. Oh, here's a good enough place to sit.
Isn't this like the seventh
Hard to
book we
believe
found?
Nameless is the one so engrossed in a book.
Yeah,
This is like the seventh book we found so far.
for real.
Okay,
With
we'll
more
find
to
all the
come.
books.
No, I got like
You guys
15
have
at
like
least.
more than enough books to like start a fucking library of your own.
We have one.
We don't
this
need
one,
to.
so we live
We
here
got
now.
this place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe there's a reason behind needing all these books.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
What do you mean by that?
Anyways, guys, how are you doing?
Not good.
I'm fine.
Alright.
All powerful.
Good job avoiding the
Goddamn.
question.
Fucking slay Silver.
So what are we doing, boss?
I thought, is everyone else back? Because I know like somebody was mentioning like getting scratches.
James went to get
I
stretches,
said
but I think he's
stretches, yeah.
yeah. He's here.
Back? Are we all good?
I'm back.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. So, you look at your gauntlet and you looked around and you noticed like there wasn't anybody else that was there.
Okay.
So you're just kind of sitting there and you're like, all right. So, random person's voice in my head.
I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They
Plot twist: Silver worships the sun god Ra.
Let's go.
Right.
Could be. Or this world's alternative.
Discovering my class is gonna be a nightmare. Can already see it. Yeah, no, since you all be here, I think we're all done doing our things. Unless someone has anything else to do before we meet up.
Okay, so Silver's going to brush off her confusion for the moment, like just push it aside and take a look at the journal that's sitting in front of her.
All right. As you shake your head, Silver, and you're like, okay, time to focus. You grab the book and you pull it closer to you to read, and it's it's not exactly a journal. It is more so a sketchbook, and inside are numerous sketches of flowers, plants. There's some drawings that are fake are in this book as well. And you're flipping through the pages. As you flip through one of the pages, there is one page in particular that has a very familiar sun.
Oh, goody.
Oh, joy.
Oh. How convenient.
Convenient.
Alright, Silver's about to have this moment of, oh my god, am I losing my mind?
Silver's just kind of like looking at this book and looking at the gauntlet and going, oh, fuck you. And then proceeds to read the book even further. Flipping through the pages, you stop and you go backward. So like you stopped at that sun and then you go backwards. You had started like in the middle of the book. So you're going backwards through the pages. In every couple of pages, the sun symbol would appear. And at this rate, you're really thinking you've lost your mind.
Insane.
Because all you're just seeing is the sun. The sun. Why is the sun here? And you start thinking about those words that you just heard. What do you mean, come back to me? Like, who is out here to get you? Who's trying to kill you, apparently? But as you're flipping through the book, there, you see a drawing of a old man. Not an old man, but like a middle-aged man sitting in a chair, reading a book. And the words beneath it says, Father has grounded us, with a sad face written on it.
Bro's gone.
Sorry, what was it? Father has grounded us?
Yeah. Basically, like, this is a drawing from one of the daughters. Because it is one of the daughters' sketchbooks. And in it is a scrawled writing that says, Father has grounded us. Sad.
So wait, where's the sad face on it? Is it like next to the text, or is the man
It's next to the
sad,
text.
or- Okay.
It's next to the text. So it's like a little drawing of the father, and then like right below it, it's like Father has grounded us. Dead.
Oh, that is not a sad face. I did it backwards, so it was a happy face.
Father has grounded us. Smile.
Father has grounded us. :D.
Not :D.
Not the :D.
Colon nuts.
Shut up, Vin. I know that laugh. You just hear him laughing so much, and it's like, gee, I wonder why.
I'm sorry.
Alright, well, obviously I need to take this sketchbook with me, because it's like, oh, okay, it's loaded up with that sun thing, and Silver's going insane.
You're like, well, guess this is mine.
Or maybe the sun is appearing to you subconsciously, and then when someone else reads it, they don't see the sun at all.
They only see the stars.
Could test that.
They just fucking see nothing, and they're just like, Silver, there's nothing in here. Silver
They
just
see all
throws the book.
they just see all the plant drawings, and they're like, "What are you talking about? There's only plants."
Silver at this point just throws the book into the fire and is like, no!
There's only soup.
There's just soup.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Fuck you!
Okay,
Anyway,
well, now that I'm going insane, I believe you mentioned that the bookcase also had like a sun logo and a moon logo. Let's see how insane I actually am.
Right.
Right. I turn to Silver, seeing him and go, "Are you alright?"
Silver turns to Nameless like, okay, I'm not crazy. There's this sun logo all throughout this book. Is right?
I take the book slowly and look at it. Point the suns out to me.
Roll for investigation.
Yes, roll for investigation. You know, I'm doing it.
Yep, go ahead. Granted.
10.
11.
wow.
12.
Plus bonuses.
What? Why did you roll? You're with
I
us.
He can
I'm just
dream.
counting.
He can dream. He's overhearing the conversation.
Burst in. I got 12.
I mean, to be fair, Gray could hear us.
Yeah, Gray can
Very,
hear.
very fairly, like very faintly.
Um,
I think they're
as
talking
you
about
point
the
out the
sun?
pictures, you're like, okay, I'm not going crazy, and you're flipping through the pages, and you point out the sun, and Nameless kind of nods. And he goes, I can see them. I can see them.
They are
You
there.
flip to the one. You flip to the one of the father, and you go, see, look, this one even says Father has grounded us. But as you look at the writing, you don't recognize Nameless. You're not even. You don't even see this in common. This isn't common at all.
Well, I can't read
Oh,
this.
you're reading it then.
I'll trust you on that, but I do see the suns. Most likely they're connected to possibly a cult or popular image deriving from the family or their activities. Not craziness like you seem to be going towards. We're here for you.
Nameless be like, you cray-cray.
I
I said going towards.
As you're holding the book, he's kind of like looking at it, like confused. But it's not until Silver looks down and realizes that the book is actually upside down,
Huh.
and just slowly turns the book and is like, "Can you read this now?" And Nameless is like, "Oh, yeah, I can read that." Farron, however, leans over just to see what's going on, and she's like, "Hey, what'd you guys find?" "Oh, what a sad-looking guy." And you both look at the writing, and then you look over at Farron.
Yes, this family has a lot of tragedy mixed in with it. I fear what we might find later on down the road.
Oh, well, what does the writing say? Can't read it.
But I can read it now.
Yeah, because it was upside
Okay,
down. but
just so we're clear,
So-
it is it common or no?
it is not in common.
Okay.
Oh, what language
But
can I
it
speak?
is ironically a language that both you and Nameless can read.
Can I roll to determine what language it is, or attempt to rather?
Yeah. Let's see. Roll for history.
Well, I can speak common, raccoon.
I rolled the fucking die before you said history, and now I want to cry.
No.
With a 1.
Okay.
Can Nameless roll for it?
You somehow unlearned the
Yeah.
language.
Nameless, do you want
I
to roll?
somehow forget how to read it.
Well, I mean, I know I can read. I know I can speak and read common, raccoon, and Celestia. If it ain't common, it has to be raccoon, so good job. Welcome to the family.
Hey Penelope, can you read this?
But yeah, it's probably Celestia then, if I had to wager. Unless I can magically understand it. I'm gonna double check it matches up with Celestia.
Rolling.
Nameless just kind of like pauses and is like,
Maybe I do know another language.
I want to cry, man. These fucking history checks.
at least it's not a 4.
I guess.
It's worse.
15.
All right. 15. You're looking at it, and you look over at Farron. And just to double check, you hold it up, and you're like, here, it's not upside down, but can you read this? And Farron just kind of goes, no, I can't read that. It's not common. And you go, okay. Well, from what my knowledge is, I understand less. And you look down at it, and you do see like some of the patterns in the handwriting are that of Celestial. And so
Alright.
you have determined that this language that it is written in is in fact Celestial.
Well, it has to be Celestial then. Good, you now know another language. Or you already knew that. One or the other. Good job. You're better than a lot of the populace. Sadly.
It's taken Gray, Lars, and Marlos a long time to walk 50 feet.
Yeah, it's happening at
what
the
it
same
is,
time.
This is happening. Yeah, so this is happening at the same time. So as they are looking at the book, at the
We're
same
flipping
time,
the beds over.
yeah, at the same time, there's like a sudden like sound of like something being lifted, and then you hear like a very faint, and everyone's kind of like looks over at the other side of the room, like at the
Shift
wall.
around.
Had the fact that Marlos picked up a bed with one hand.
Yeah,
don't
and
know
so like
that.
they're like listening, and then they hear a very faint thump, as if something had very gently, but also like had to be put back down. And then they hear like the slight scraping of wood on wood as the bed was being pushed back into place.
Well, sounds like they're redecorating in there. Or dying. Either or.
Well, I think that's everything in the study, right?
Was the book the one on the table that was open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
And with that, the group both of the groups, after finding their evidence and everything like that, walks out of the rooms and meets up together in the hallway.
Oh. Hello!
So good news, we found Luna's diary. Bad news, we can't read it.
Also true.
Other news,
Correct.
Marlos lifted a bed on his head with one hand.
It's
Oh,
just
so
Well-
that's the loud noise.
Considering he's lifted a pillar, I don't find that all surprising.
Thank you, Nameless.
You're welcome. I pay attention to you, buddy.
I know someone does.
Hey, you got a mayor to go back to. You shush.
I do.
So-
I'm looking forward to that.
He's doing it for the cats, man. Calm down.
Okay. So did you guys find anything?
I have a book I can't read.
Congrats. We do too.
Want me to try to read it?
Yes, please.
Let's pass it around the
Hand the
circle.
book over.
It's book passing time.
So you guys
Okay.
are now passing this book around. Wait, which book are we passing around?
Well,
I think we're starting with Hatter's book.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Marlos is handing over Luna's book to like either Nameless or Silver.
I
See if they
guess
can read it.
I'll go talk to Silver. Like, and take a look at this
and I'm
book.
gonna-
You seem smart.
And I'm gonna try to read the book that Hatter has.
Okay.
I seem smart, he says to the person who can't roll a history check to save her life.
And yet, you seem smart.
All right. So I'm gonna roll to see if I can read the book that Hatter
Seeming
has.
smart and being smart are two different things.
15.
17.
Oh, damn. All right. So we're starting with Gray first. Gray first. Shut up, Gray. I meant Nameless.
We're
That's-
practically
Man, even when I
Remember
don't
the
speak,
names.
people tell me to shut up.
we're practically the same. Twinsies. Alright. So I got it.
Nameless.
Yes.
Grabs the book and kind of like looks at it, and goes, "Oh, it says Luna's diary." And they're like, "Okay, now flip the page." It's like, Or he flips the page and he kind of like looks at it, and he has this look of absolute confusion on his face because he's like, "The fuck?" And he goes, "I don't know this language."
Can I see the
So it's not
language?
Well,
Not
you already
one of
tried
mine.
and couldn't.
Oh no, wait. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Suppose I didn't know if it's silver, but sure, you can have a look. I didn't know who got
Alright,
the book at the
so
end.
Silver's gonna take the diary and I guess roll for investigation.
Wait, why are we talking about Celestial?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's
you
not
said
Celestial, this
I
book?
thought someone
No.
said about saluting the sun.
What?
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 Sun?
So-
Saloon the
we-
sun? Saloon's the moon!
We ain't
Seduce
playing
the
no.
moon, you silly goober.
I
Wait,
said
One of
salute
us
the
knows
sun.
Celestial?
We ain't playing.
I'm asking in character.
We ain't playing.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't know in
Lost.
character.
So the book that is in Celestial is the sketchbook that Silver is holding.
The confirmed book.
Okay, so that is
Yeah.
in Celestial.
That is in Celestial.
Yes.
Hatter has a book that is written in a different language that she
So
can't read.
Yeah, the elf's gonna check.
And then
I-
Lorza has given Silver and well, he gave it to Nameless, who can't read it. Gave it to Silver, who is now rolling to see if she can read it.
I'm gonna need help from you two Celestial
15.
readers in a bit.
always here to help.
You look at the book, Silver, and you can immediately see that it is not Celestial. So you're like, no, this isn't my book either, or this isn't my language either.
I guess I'll grab the book and pass it over to Farron. Like, do you know this? You're smart. Probably the smartest person in the room, if I had to wager.
Farron just kind of like looks at the book, and she looks over at Hatter. She's like, well, before I check, should Hatter try?
Fair, sure. You give it a go too.
I
We're all
can check.
here.
Hatter, go ahead and roll
Okay.
for.
19.
Oh my
Aw,
god!
great.
Yeah. Let me check if you have any bonuses. You do have a bonus. It's a dirty 20. All over dirty 20.
Ooh.
You pick
So
up
plus
the
one.
book. You pick up the book, and as you look at it, you see the comment of Luna's diary, and then you flip open the next page that everyone has been stumped on, and the very first word you see is 0602 today. And you go, oh yeah, I can read it.
What is it, then?
I see these numbers.
I mean, language-wise.
Oh, those are numbers.
The numbers.
Yeah, you guys are like, oh, we can't read that. And she's like, yeah, that's a date followed by the word today.
Well, what happened today in today's world?
Let me further read. Hold on.
1, 2.
Yeah. Imagine diary is long. I'd say leave it with her so she can read through it.
Yeah.
I thought she's gonna read through all of it today, right now, in this spot.
Just
Yeah,
skip.
no, she's gonna read it today.
Okay, we're reading it.
Do you want to read all of it, or do you want to read some of it, or what?
I will read all of it.
Alrighty. I haven't changed the calendar format, but
Wait,
in
do we
the
know
D&D
language,
world,
by the way? Or not?
she hasn't mentioned it yet because she doesn't
Okay.
know exactly what the language.
Sure.
I don't know
So
what language is it.
this is just in character. This is just out of character.
Yeah.
I haven't written down the calendar yet, but it is 365-day format.
Okay, makes sense.
But it's all like 7 days a week, the usual. But the first day starts on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. June 2nd. I also write names of the fucking months, so we're going with June. June 2nd. Today,
June Tober.
Mother and Father have given me this diary as a way to practice my writing by writing what are in my thoughts. I very much like this journal, but I think I can make it look nicer with the craft table. I asked Kishara for help. She said she'll help me when we have free time. June 7th. Today was magic training. I got to learn how to summon cute plant creatures. I made too many though, and now Father is making a greenhouse for them. I hope they stay sweet. June 17th. Father didn't want me to go near the greenhouse today. I got grounded because one of my plants bit Kishara. But I know the code to open it. I wonder why it's not my birthday though. It's my greenhouse. June 23rd. We did more magic training today. I got to create a small fireball, and we got to have a campfire. I had 2 s'mores. Kishara was allowed 3. July 5th. Jonestown's Apple Festival is this month. I begged Father to...
Bless you.
Thank you.
I begged Father to save me money for the festival so I can buy new trinkets. For new magic. Kishara and I got to make my book look good, too. The book is blue, like my room. My side of the room, I mean. She said she'll convince Father to give us some gold to go to the marketplace and get stuff for the book, too. She says my abyssal is getting better. I love my sister.
Abyssal.
Anything interesting?
July 15th.
I didn't.
I'm
Are
reading.
you continuing, or should I?
July 15th. It's the Jonestown Annual Apple Festival. The Father says I wasn't allowed outside today because I didn't clean the ballroom for our guests this weekend. He gave all my money to Kishara.
No.
Damn.
What?
July 15th. Kishara is an amazing sister. While she was in the Apple Festival today, she bought me gems, trinkets, ribbons for my book. She also got me silver ink to match my diary. I will always thank her now. Kishara had to go downstairs and help with the ballroom. I'm not allowed to this weekend. July 21st. I hate Kishara. She said she loved me and would always be here. But she spent the whole ball talking about how she can't wait to leave me behind. I hid the book under my pillow now. She says she loves me and good night. I hope they... July
you cut out.
29th.
I couldn't hear the
I
last
hope-
part.
I hope they all see the two-face that she is. July 29th. It's Kishara's birthday, and Mother and Father had me celebrate with them. But the cake was smaller this year. Mom and Dad have been arguing about how little money we have. But they said we're going on a trip for my birthday. We'll be leaving in 2 days. I can't wait. I'm leaving my book here, so when I get back, I'll tell you all about it. And that is the final entry. That is...
Oh my.
Does it have the year on these or just the date?
It just has the date. But judging by the fact that book still in the room and has not been touched, it's an indication of how long ago it's been.
Do we know when they left?
31st. It was 2 days after the 29th. It's on the diary.
The year. How long has the
Oh, that's
chateau
why I
been
asked if the year
abandoned?
was in the diary.
Yeah, did we hear when the family left?
According to Clara, I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably left out the detail. She had mentioned that they were still kids, and that Luna was 7.
Was Luna.
Luna was 7, and Kishara was 10.
When they
So,
left?
when they left.
Do we know how long ago that was? How many years the chateau was in ruin for?
You are not certain, but upon when you guys had spoken to Clara, you are able to determine that Clara is at least 30 years old, and she has mentioned she is the same age as Shara if she were present.
So 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't been here for a pretty long time.
Okay.
But
Is
Luna
there
has
anything of
talked
note in
about
there?
practicing magic. She made little creatures that her dad put in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The greenhouse is... Yeah. The greenhouse is locked, though. He didn't write the code because he knew the
Oh,
kids would
maybe
go snooping.
That
Knew the code.
maybe that is the monster the mayor mentioned. It's in the greenhouse.
That's what I'm thinking.
Luna
That
knew
would
the
make
code.
sense.
And
Luna knew the
you say
code.
that's locked with a
She
code?
was wondering why it wasn't her birth year. Because
Oh,
it was
year?
her
So the
greenhouse.
code's a birthday.
Probably Kashara at that point.
She also
Shoot,
called Kashara Two-Faced more closer to the end.
She seemed very
Where she would say that
angry
she
at
loved
her.
her in that.
The
But
yeah.
then talked about how she can't wait to get away from her.
Oh my.
doesn't make a lot of
Luna was
sense.
talking about how they were gonna go on a trip 2 days after Kashara's birthday,
Does it say when her birthday
and
was?
she was
'Cause
gonna
if-
write everything that happened when she came back.
Kishara's birthday was on
But
the
she did.
29th.
Yeah, but we don't know that in character.
Well, you said it was
I mean,
the birth year, right?
She was reading the
I was
diary
saying
to us.
just
We know the
dates
date.
of the days she wrote, not the year.
Well, what did Luna say about the code not being her full birthday or just the birth month year?
More if it's not her birthday.
I look through the journal for the specific dates, or any specific dates at least.
As you are going through the journals of the father, I'm assuming,
Yep.
you are going through and you recall Hatter listing off date numbers, and you're comparing it to the father's journal, and the very last entry that Luna written was July 29th. And as you are flipping through the book, you also see July 29th is the last entry that the father wrote, mentioning that it is his daughter's birthday and that they are planning on a trip that will change their family's lives forever.
Okay, so Kachar's birthday was July 29th, but if we don't know exactly how old they were or how long it's been, then we're kind of out of luck.
We might be able to ask Clara how old they were exactly.
Well, we can at least investigate the lock at the greenhouse and see what's in there.
Yeah.
We should be careful.
The-
Luna
the first-
mentioned about
first
her
let-
sister
let me
being
see-
bit by
First,
one
let
of
me
the
check this.
things she made.
Oh, what about Hatter's book? Didn't she find the one that she couldn't read?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to
handed
say
it
before we
over.
go, let me check that book.
No, let's have a look. See.
As you, who's got that book?
Me, I volunteered.
Yes.
I guess I can try after if he doesn't know the language.
You open the book, and as you are going through this book, you don't exactly understand it either. Upon reading it, it's not exactly something that you can understand. In fact, it is nothing that.
All right. Well, in that case, I hand to Marlos and we start doing the round table.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Do I know this?
I have to go to the washroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Take your time.
I am going to pull out my monster book and see if I can find anything about plant monsters.
All right. As you guys are reading the book, Marlos,
Yes.
you don't even know what the book says.
I fucking hand it over to Theron. I don't
Farron
know.
looks at the book and she kind of looks through it and she's like, "Oh, right, now I get to read a book." She opens the book, but her ears kind of like falter a little bit and she just kind of like
Oh.
drops her shoulders and she's like, can't
No?
read this book.
Well,
She passes it over to whoever wants it. So she holds out the book and she's kind of like waving it around, like, "Who wants to try?"
Silver's gonna hold out her hand and say, "All right, let me try."
She hands it to Silver, and Silver opens the book and goes through it and sees that it's written.
The sun.
the sun is
The
here.
sun.
There it is.
It is written, but it's not in Celeste.
Ah, fuck.
You all forgot how to read common.
In
I mean, I deserve to after that nat 1.
True?
after looking through this book, you determine that it's none of the handwritings that you have seen. So, like, it's not the father, it's not, it's not Luna's. And judging by the book that's written in Celestial, it had to have been Kishara's writing. But none of their handwritings match the writing that's in the book.
Could it be the mother?
As far as we all know, the book is not in Celestial. It's not in Abyssal.
And it's not Sylvan.
It's not Sylvan.
Has Gray tried reading it yet?
I've never tried to find a different language yet because no one's handed me a book.
What are you
Ever.
talking about? You got the
Hey,
sex
cat!
book.
I'm kidding. I'm not actually tossing it, but
Yeah, I had a book whipped at me that learned to teach you how to count, and that's it.
But it helped you
Well-
remember something.
well, anyway, what are you reading about?
I'm trying to see if I can find anything about this monster. If it's possible it's a plant, I might be able to find something.
Roll for, I want to say, investigation. Just to see if you. What?
Yeah.
Or wait, it wouldn't be investigation. It would be. History?
Either way,
No.
I got a 12.
Okay. Regardless of which one, it's the same bonus. You're flipping through the pages and you're going through them, and you get to the one of Flora's. And as you're digging through, you see the Fae that are all in it as well. But you also see the Fae, you see flowering spirits, but none of them sound like something that is grown. You looking through them, you see that they are in fact beings that are already alive and not grown.
Okay.
Interesting
Oh,
that it's interesting
what?
they put the Fae considered here as plant monsters. I guess maybe because they're creatures of nature?
Maybe?
Well,
There's
now
only
that,
one way to find out. That's greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
well, now that you don't know, now that you're done with that one, can you see if you can recognize this language?
While
I
they're
can give it a
doing that,
shot,
by the
I
way,
guess.
I do want to ask Silver and Nameless for help real quick.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm aware they know Celestial in
Mhm.
character.
What am I trying?
So,
You're trying to
yeah.
read the book.
Wait,
A
which
while
book?
ago, when I was looking through my stuff, trying to find, things about me, I found this letter that I was using the book for Celestial to see if it was Celestial, and it seems like it could be. It seemed vaguely similar letter-wise, so I just hand both of them to have a look-see at this, tell me what it says, maybe if you can read it. It's very old. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it, but,
Alright.
I'll try.
Let me have a look. 18.
Damn. Rose looking.
Oh, Silver.
Huh?
I'm gonna
12.
need you to roll as well. 12.
12.
It's a joint effort.
I just want to say, Silver has finally broken the history check curse.
Good job.
Yay!
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 It's because you didn't mention it until after, the roll was complete.
I know, right? Quick, do another one now that I've said it.
Okay, sure, why not? Oh, that's actually higher.
7.
It was with advantage.
I mean,
Take that.
the 12 counts, though, but,
Yeah, the 12 counts, but what was the other one?
19.
Can we go
Oh my
with that?
god, we've broken it.
It's gone.
You're welcome, Silver. As you guys are having one hand each on the envelope, you see in Celestial the writing that says SE, but it's 2 letters written in elegant handwriting. And it is in Celestial, and it's written SE. And as you guys flip to the back, there is a wax seal on it. And it's dusted in gold on a silver wax of the sun.
Oh, we know.
The sun.
but
I just come over to Silver. I got you a letter from the sun.
Salute the sun.
Wait.
Silver just throws the letter down and it's like, not this again!
Wait.
I just realized.
Man.
I think that's for you because this S-E and E might be your surname in some capacity.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Silver's not listening. She's losing her mind again.
Read your sun letter then.
Silver.
Go on.
Silver, focus. It's probably because it's part of a big cult that you are a part of.
Yeah, it's fine. That's
It is.
We
We
are not gonna judge you for it.
Or better yet, it's probably part of an organization that uses this specific sun as their moniker. That's why it's all over, because it is very well used by a lot of
From
people.
the Sun Kingdom.
That's
a
true.
thing?
Yes, Undara, possibly. Either it's the sun or the moon, I
Maybe.
suppose, or else it's wind.
So just so we're clear, this sun seal is identical to the one on my gauntlets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do read the letter.
Oh, hold
I
on.
got info finally.
Oh my god.
The father.
Lore. More
What?
lore.
Lore. Sweet lore.
The.
Oh my god.
Are we
Yeah.
ready?
The father was from
I'm ready.
Udar.
Put us in, boss.
My student, with this letter, you have been graciously accepted by the Dawn Father as we welcome you in his warm embrace and in his shining
Okay,
light.
can you slow down?
Yeah, by the Dawn Father.
Let's see here. With this letter, you have been accepted.
By the Dawn Father.
Okay.
And has been welcomed into his light.
Aggressive typing.
I had this letter since session 1 or 2, buddy.
Several
Right.
people were typing.
Go on.
Into his light.
into his light, to heal others for those in need.
All right.
As his child,
As his child,
you will forever
Yes. Go on.
I'm ready.
be his cleric.
Oh, there it is.
Class reveal.
I'm glad I got you your job, class.
To be fair, I was 99% there anyway.
Yeah.
Like checking the armor at the start eliminated 2 possibilities in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'll forever be his cleric.
To deliver the light.
What to deliver the light?
The cleric
Getting
to
there.
deliver the light.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
In darkness, and to do so,
Yes.
Be right back.
Take your time.
How many times has he left?
I
4.
don't know. And my next thing, I wanted to do it with him.
It's fine. We're typing down this ladder. Keep going, boss. And to do so.
With kindness,
With kindness.
Kindness.
kindness,
I know, I mistyped.
compassion, and mercy.
You should have picked mercy.
May you always be
Mhm.
vigilant for evil, as
For
people,
evil, you said?
yeah, for evil.
You cut out on the F, and I was like, may you always be
Maybe-
vigilant or evil? That doesn't make sense.
Be
I'm
evil.
back.
Welcome back.
The
Let's
sun.
go on. May you always be vigilant or evil for evil.
As people are quick to forget the lessons of the past.
Anything else?
That's it. And
Okay.
it got a it's got the symbol of the
The
John
sun!
Potter. It's got the symbol of the sun stamped right on the page.
Alright.
Oh,
So I want to do a thing. While
Yeah, you do your thing. I have a note I need to check.
yeah,
Can I?
while
I'm gonna go wash him quick.
while Silver or Savire, whatever, however it's pronounced, is having an
Savior.
existential crisis.
Yeah, Savior's having a crisis.
Yeah, Savior's having a crisis. Looking at Gray, because you mentioned earlier that Gray has gauntlets and boots, but no armor.
Oh, damn it, all these fucking silver things!
I want to figure out, does my chest plate match his armor?
Roll for perception.
All right.
Meanwhile, can I finally realize if I have this language or not? I've kind of been
Yeah.
waiting since the silver letter.
Well, you also
Okay.
said you would be right back, so I was waiting for you to.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, James,
I rolled a 16.
Gray grabs the book, and as he's like looking at the book, Lorza is also kind of like examining his chest plate to look over at Gray's to see if they match. As they are
I thought
looking,
Gray wasn't wearing a chest plate.
Gray is not, but
I
Lorza
am.
is,
And
and
it doesn't
Lorza's
match me.
doesn't match him. As Gray is reading the book, he doesn't seem to understand the book. So he just kind of shrugs and he goes, "No, I don't know
No.
the book."
What else is new?
Mhm.
Lorza, upon examining, realizes that chest plate matches the boot and gauntlet of that of Gray.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll be like, "Hey, Gray, I think this belongs to you," and I take the chest plate off and hand it to him.
Her.
Eh?
Oh, Gray versus Silver. I'm stupid. Him.
Gray. Yeah. Gray's a him.
Wait, who?
We established that episode 2, the most awkward way possible.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who changed our clothes while we were dead?
Maybe
Wait, that doesn't-
maybe it was handed to me to protect me or something, but I mean,
Could have been a gift
that
at the
doesn't
moment.
make sense. Why would I be wearing something that would make me heavier if I'm using arrows?
Maybe that's
I
why
mean,
you
not
gave
gonna
it up.
move you much if you're using arrows. You're far away. I guess.
well, you can wear. It is lighter than Savior, so while it does like have some defense, it's probably not like overwhelmingly heavy armor. But anyway,
Gray gives a shrug.
I hand him the chest plate that matches his armor.
As you do so, you finally take off the chest plate, and as you're turning it to hand it to him, you notice that some of the armor has slight damage to it. Like there's like a little bit of a dent near the shoulder, there's a dent near his chest. And as you're looking at them, one of them does look like, the one on the shoulder does look like as if a heavy axe was swung in his direction and it just hit him on that shoulder area.
Oh,
What's up? As I take the armor and I guess I'll slip it on and see how it feels on my body.
Mm-hmm.
To see if it actually does fit me perfectly.
Yep. So roll for perception.
Watch this be a now.
Or the opposite.
Oh my god, you said it! It's a nat 20!
oh my God!
I got you, boo!
You
As you put it on, you feel snug. And you're tugging on the chest plate just to make sure like it's not gonna move around or anything like that. And it fits just enough for you to like be able to breathe in it. So it's not like tight, but it's a loose tight. So, and it sits on your shoulders just right that you're able to conclude that somehow this chest plate that was on Lorza since the very beginning that you guys have woken up is yours.
now that being said, now that I no longer have this chest plate on me, do I have any protection that was hidden underneath it?
No, you do not.
Well, shit, I'm exposed. I'm just wearing.
Bro has been exposed.
Damn.
That's rough, buddy.
Well, it's,
Well-
speaking out of character, considering you want to be a rogue, it might be better that you two are able to
Yeah.
be faster.
Well, that being said, now that I don't have the armor, what do my clothes underneath look like?
While you're doing that, I'm gonna get some more water.
Clothing check.
Roll for perception.
You run around bare chested.
Ah, yes, I'm topless. Gaze upon my glorious chest.
Ah, yes, this whole
Look at
time
my
that you have
nipples.
been in
Look at
battle and
them.
everything else, under that chest plate, there was nothing.
And
That
that's why I
is-
gave him the chest plate, because he needed just a bit more armor.
That's a 12.
With a bonus, you have a dark brown pants, almost black, and
Mhm.
you're wearing a loose white button.
Fancy.
Okay. I'm guessing that I'm missing armor. In that case, I need to find it.
You may or may not be missing armor.
I mean, if it's just a white button up, I mean, the next shot that hits me is gonna kill me.
Just dodge.
Yeah.
That didn't work so well with you, did it?
You didn't try dodging, you just stood there and took it.
Well, actually, wait. Maybe now that my mobility isn't hindered, I can do things more easily.
It's me. I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Oh, what's the plan then now? Are we... Well, let's...
I don't know. Are
Last
other
time.
people done doing their things?
I think we're
Yeah.
done, yeah.
Okay, because I got something in that letter. So I want to roll a religion check on this one part of the letter
Okay.
because it's not the first time I've heard it. The line, "May you always be vigilant for evil, as people are quick to forget the lessons of the past."
Yes.
All right. 16.
And you have a bonus. What would you like to check about that?
I want to know if it's like some kind of like, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically,
Is
like
it a commandment?
yeah, that. Because like this also came up in the Dawnfather book.
Yes. This is in fact commandment of the Dawnfather.
Hmm.
Okay, can I check what the meaning behind it might be?
With that same roll, you look at it and you're questioning it, like trying to figure out what it could mean. And with that, it means to be wary of those that may try to
Major
What?
what?
try to deceive you, like try to trick you.
Okay.
Why did I have that letter?
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of that going around, of other people having our stuff.
No one knows. You don't
Should-
know.
Should we like have a quick investigation, like group investigation, to see if we can determine if others of us have stuff that belongs to someone else? Right before we go out to the greenhouse.
Wait, out of curiosity, right? I remember at one point you said I found a coin with a weird symbol on it in my stuff. Is that a sun symbol? I might as well just ask now that I've seen the sun and I've seen
Don't you have
Silver
2 coins?
complaining about it. One is a dragon, it's a coin with like a dragon image thing on it, but the other is just like a coin with a weird symbol.
Because
That I
that's
don't know what
that's
it
the
is.
one that Gray gave to you earlier.
No, the only the gay gave me is the dragon one.
Yeah.
That one I know what it does. I'm aware. I know draconic now. The other one is the one I'm asking about.
The other one does not have a sun on it.
Okay, then it's not. It's nothing to do with her. Okay.
The other coin has a unknown symbol to you, but upon examining, as you're looking at this coin, it has what looks to be a dragon, but there's no writing.
Another dragon coin for the collection.
You found 2 dragon coins. 3 more to
Yeah.
get 1 up.
Sure. I'm gonna flip this coin and see if anything happens, just in case.
All right.
Ding!
As you flip that coin, I'm gonna need you to roll a just roll.
Menacing. Come on, baby. I rolled a 19, baby. On God. We're in there.
And that's got a bonus on it.
There's not a bonus on. What am I rolling?
There
even?
is. There is a
Oh,
bonus.
there is a bonus. Okay.
Yes. With your roll, as you flip the coin, you don't feel anything different. You feel like you just had flipped a. If anything, it landed on a dragon's head, so hey, you got heads.
Always bet on tails.
No.
Nothing change?
No changes.
So it's just a
What did
regular
I
coin.
roll for out of... Can I know what I rolled for?
That's for later.
Okay,
Oh.
I guess I will put it away in my pocket. Like, coin. Sure.
Are we ready to start checking out that greenhouse?
Sure.
Anytime.
I guess I'll put the book of monsters away and get up and nod. Ugh, this new armor is kind of heavy.
I'm sure you get used to it
Farron
with time.
just described that it fits you perfectly and feels comfortable.
It feels comfortable, but it's still heavy. I'm not used to the weight after the last few days.
Yeah, that can be a thing. As the group works together one by one, they go out of the study, or they're in the hallway. Never mind. You guys leave the library, and you guys go down the stairs, head outside into the pouring rain. So excited about this part. And as you guys go outside, you go outside the front door, and you turn towards the greenhouse. And as you guys turn towards the greenhouse, hang on. As you guys turn towards the greenhouse, you are all looking at it in pure amazement of how elegantly, almost modern it looks, with the with almost marble on a dark wood.
Okay. Seems fine.
Can I investigate the lock?
Yes. So as
Alright.
you go ahead and roll, I'm gonna go ahead and. You guys approach the greenhouse, and with the two double doors is a silver lock with a rectangular box on it, and it has numbers on it, 4 digits.
Alright. So I rolled a 9. My good rolls are failing.
As you hold the lock in your hand, you're examining it, and there's no mechanism to it. It just seems like it can be unlocked if you determine the digit on this lock.
Hada, you said that Kishara's birthday was mentioned in the diary. What date was that?
Let me go back. What was the date again? There are so many dates.
History check.
Hope, can you?
Yeah.
Can you help me here?
Yeah, you can totally roll a history check, and I can help you, Paul.
If you don't remember it yourself, you gotta suffer.
18.
You remember that there are a few dates, but the one that seems to come up the most to you guys in terms of the father's journal and Luna's journal, July 29th or 0729 pop up.
Okay, so
Makes sense.
I enter that code, and is there like an enter key, or is that it?
That's it. So as
All right.
you put the code into the lock and you tug on it, you hear a little as the lock opens and unlocks, and you just hear the loud clattering of the padlock dropping onto the ground, and you are now able to enter the greenhouse.
That's ominous.
We should be careful in here.
I grab my bow and like prepare an arrow as I slowly squeak the door open.
I can go in the front if you want.
All right, you open it then. You do it.
Probably I'll lead the charge, I guess, with axe in hand.
I'll stay in the back. I haven't had
All
any
right.
training.
All right, Gray, roll
fine,
it. You
you
take
got
the left,
this.
I'll take the right.
As you guys enter the greenhouse, it looks very deserted and overgrown. There are plants that are green, some plants that are yellowed, some have withered, some have overgrown. You look above you, and there are vines that have, I didn't draw it, but it had grown up the column of the lantern-shaped
Dome.
dome, yeah.
Dome.
And it had crawled up to the glass ceiling, almost eerily similar to the pavilion of the ballroom. And there are vines just kind of like decorating as if they look like ribbon strewn across the ceiling of this greenhouse. And there are several plant food kind of torn open or like ripped open, and there's like several of them laying on the ground. Some of them are on the table. It doesn't seem like things have been quite live. What do you do?
Well, everything seems dead. Should we I don't really have any ideas. We either poke things or we leave, honestly. I don't think there's much.
We should still be careful. We never know.
We should definitely be careful, but also we did just ask the mayor to help us refurbish the place. So if there is a monster, let's make sure that it's dead.
You should probably the plant in the ceiling is giving me some kind of feeling.
I have a suggestion, though it might be a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What if we all just back out of here and I shoot a fire arrow into here and just let it just burn everything down?
I was actually just about to suggest that.
But
Go
what
ahead.
if there's anything valuable in here? We don't want to ruin it.
That's fair.
That's
That's a good
actually
point.
why I was
But
saying
at
that
the
it
same
might
time,
be...
this place has been abandoned for years.
Yeah. Also, I don't think there's anything valuable in the greenhouse except for greens, but if the greens are all dead,
I don't
then
know. He
anything
did
of
lock
value
it
is
up.
long gone.
This is sort of her little.
Penelope, do you smell anything?
Good question.
Penelope.
Sweetums or whatever.
Penelope.
Well, here's the thing.
Stands
Penelope
up.
can understand us. We can't understand her. Actually, can I understand her?
I can understand her.
Penelope stands up on Nameless's head and sniffs the air. And as she's sniffing the air,
Yep, just like that.
as she's sniffing the air, she kind of pauses and looks over at a giant plant that has what looks to be like red fruit grown on it. She goes, "Ah, that smells good."
Dude, there's no way that smells good. This place has been dead.
Don't touch it!
Yes, bad.
What the?
I don't think you can understand Penelope.
Can we?
Seriously,
Actually,
I think we should
maybe
stay
this
away
is the
from
time
that.
where we roll to understand Penelope.
I mean, I'll try it.
I already know I can.
Do we get to try it? Is that a thing now?
Are we allowed to try to roll to understand Penelope?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for animal hand.
All right.
I got a 9.
I got a 10.
I got an 8.
19.
All right, let me see. Animal
Actually,
hand.
I'll write down.
Okay, so I need everyone's rolls.
Or put a good chat.
Thank
Even
you.
9, I think.
One of these rolls is not like the other.
Nope.
Silver.
I
9.
got a 9, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Haddock could already understand
Yep.
Penelope, so they're good.
As you guys are checking to see if you can understand Penelope. Lorza, Ray,
Hmm.
Nameless, Hatter, and that is all of them. So 4 people
Oh my god.
can
Oh,
understand Penny.
And then there's me, clueless.
There's also me, clueless. It's fine. I got you.
To
And
be,
also
yeah,
Farron.
to be fair, yeah.
Also,
so
Farron, we're in this together.
So, Farron, Marlos, and Silver cannot understand Penelope.
Fair? Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Farron just kind of like blinks and just like looks at Penelope and is just like, yeah.
I just shrugged and,
What are you talking about?
so
I
anyway,
understand
yeah,
her
don't touch
perfectly.
it.
That sounds like a you problem.
So anyways, I'm gonna say, what if that's the mimic?
Shoot an arrow at it then.
Is it a mimic though?
If it's a plan, just shoot an arrow at it and find out. Doesn't even need to be a fire arrow.
Penelope, I understand that these fruit look really delicious, but we're gonna have to
You're not
destroy
gonna
the
destroy
plant.
every single fruit if it ends up not being a mimic.
It's
I'm about to shoot a fire arrow into here.
Well, no, we need to shoot an arrow first. If it doesn't react, then we can grab those berries and give them to Penelope.
Alright. I'm going.
How's that thing alive? That one's been here for however many years. That plant should be dead.
He does bring up a good point. If everything else in this place is dead, how is that thing alive?
Survival of the fittest.
Sure, man.
Well, one way to find out. Fire away and see what happens.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, I'm going to dock an arrow on my bow, and I'm going to unleash it at the middle of the stems.
Is it a regular bow?
It's a regular arrow at the moment.
now.
Go ahead.
That is a 14.
As you wind back the string of the arrow or the bow, you aim it towards the big potted plant. You take a deep breath, let it out, fire, and it goes through the pot or through the plant, and you just hear as the glass window pane that is behind the plant breaks.
Oh, I think I may have shot it a bit too well.
And now everything
But-
can get out if they want to.
And there's now like a small, like teeny tiny hole in the window, but the plant does not move. It appears to just be a plant.
Okay.
Penelope kind of chuckles, and she scurries down from Nameless's arm down and like hops off of him and scurries over to the berries. And she sniffs it and she goes, "Oh, you guys are dumb. These are harmless berries." And she starts picking them. She kind of like looks at all of you and holds them up, and she goes, "Yeah, in one of the papers that I read, like the smart nerdy papers, if you squash them and turn them into juice and add a little bit of magic to it, you can make healing potions."
Oh.
Well,
I
that's
do have a
important
book
to-
on flowers.
That'll be important. Hey, Farron, apparently you can turn these berries into healing potions.
She walks over to Penny and crouches down as Penny is this tiny little raccoon, and she like holds up her little two paws up to Farron as she like examines the berries.
Oh.
And Farron just kind of goes, "These are 11 berries! They're healing berries! Good eye, Pen Pen."
Alright, well,
Back to the original plan of blowing everything up.
let's make sure we grab all the berries and then sure blow it up.
And Penelope.
And Penelope.
I
yes.
Penelope. Yeah, we're not leaving Penelope in there.
Is there anything else that you guys want to do before you do all of that?
I mean, I guess we should
I
take
mean,
a.
I
Take
could
a
try
quick
surveying
look
for anything
around
else.
through the door.
I guess was anything on that table?
On the table, out of all of the 4 tables that are like up against back walls, one of the tables in particular has several pots, kind of like sitting on top of the table. There's like a ripped soil. What's the word? Ripped soil bag. One on the table, and it's like
Fertilizer.
spilling. Yeah. That's the word.
There you go.
One bag of fertilizer on the table that has spilt onto the ground.
Yay, done.
And one bag of fertilizer that is like on the ground already and is like also split open.
Okay. There's only
anything?
fertilizer in here. Nothing
Yeah,
that
tell
important,
me.
I don't think.
I can tell at the stench.
If I take a look around, is there anything of interest that we would want to grab before setting fire?
Do you want to roll to investigate further?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Investigation.
roll.
Well, there's a
Oh,
three.
I see nothing.
Goes blind.
We're blind.
Not,
You-
not one. I'm just looking at the vines. I'm like, yep, those are vines.
I got a 13.
All right. Anybody else wanted to roll, or
you want me
I'll
to
roll.
roll investigation? I can do
it doesn't
that.
matter? It's up to you.
I'll roll.
That's a 7. My rolls are only getting worse.
11 for
Roll
if
the
there's any.
I got
Even with a
9.
bonus, James is the highest. My God. And as you guys are kind of like grabbing the berries, Gray is like walking around with like his hands on his hips as he's like looking kind of like up at the ceiling, looks down at the ground, and he walks past the table with the fertilizer. And as he's like looking at it, he notices that even though there's fertilizer spilling onto the ground, the area where the fertilizer should have been hitting doesn't have fertilizer on the ground.
That's a weird chain of events. Hey, Silver, can you come here for a sec? Or Savior?
Silver.
Yeah, Silver doesn't care.
Okay.
She walks over and what do you want me to do?
I was just kind of gonna point this out since you're like this one of the smart ones. Doesn't this chain of events not seem right? The fertilizer is pouring out, but it's not hitting the spot.
Yes,
Oh.
that is certainly strange.
Everyone back out slowly.
Okay. I'm going to back away.
I mean, it wasn't
Silver's
even
gonna walk
inside,
away
I don't
from
think.
it.
I was like by the door, I imagine, because I was just looking.
If there
Yeah, it's
isn't
like-
fertilizer, something moved.
It's like on the very far back of the wall. As you guys slowly kind of like back away from that wall area, you wait just for anything, and you don't hear anything moving, you don't see anything moving, you're even focused on that fertilizer, and nothing's happening.
I look up to the vines that are above us.
The
I was talking about
vines?
those.
So the vines that are up on the ceiling, they're not moving. They sway slowly from the new breeze that is coming in through the small wall, the small crack in the window, as well as the 2 open doors. They're just slowly swaying, but they don't seem out of the ordinary. Everything in this room looks normal.
Someone's been in.
Speaking out of character, would it be funny if the whole greenhouse was the mimic?
Yes.
Right? Oh, I could have thought that clearly, but no.
I mean, it's not impossible for someone to be here. One of the daughters could have just come back and then left. They presumably didn't die. They would know the password.
Well, then why would they put the padlock back on?
So people
to
don't
stop
get in, I
anyone
guess?
else. Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I guess the biggest thing we should take away is that there is something wrong with this greenhouse right now.
Yeah, I think we should all get out without rushing too much. And once we're all out, Gray, you fire that fire arrow and blast that
Like
place
this
up
bit.
Kingdom Come.
I would light this bitch up.
Farron's just like, wait, but what if we just accidentally burn up an entire greenhouse? I mean, these are plants.
Most
That
of these are
is
dead.
true.
Most of these are dead. Just
No,
You're also
Something's
talking
not
to a
right.
druid.
Oh,
Something's
that's
right.
right. We are talking
She
to
can
you.
just heal them, maybe? Can you heal plants?
Yeah, plants are my specialty because I literally can make potions out of them.
If you can heal plants, can you sense if any of these are not a plant?
I was just about to say, you're a druid. Should you be able to communicate or something with these plants?
Is
Yeah,
one
but
of them a mimic?
none of them are talking.
What about that one up there?
What, the vines?
Didn't
Yeah.
you say there was something up in the ceiling earlier?
No, I was just mentioning that vines are just there. I mean, they're just swaying. They look like normal vines.
Actually, wait. You say that none of the plants are talking to you. Do plants
Yeah.
usually talk to you outside of the greenhouse?
No. The only times they don't talk is if they're scared or if they're dead.
Which they seem dead for the most part.
Except for those vines.
Is the place with the berries talking to you?
It's probably screaming, "Ow, got arrow in me!"
Most likely you shot it.
Farron walks up over to plant or the potted that had the berries. She gently puts her hand on it and she closes her eyes. She's like listening. And as she's listening, um, she kind of like tilts her head and she's like, well, for one, Gray is right. They're upset that they got an arrow in the stomach.
Fair. Understandable.
You're more than welcome to take the berries.
Good to know.
And they're saying that there's a reason that the pots are on that table.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Can you ask the plants, the people that have been here before us? How long have these plants been here? How did they die?
She touches the plant and closes her eyes again. And after a few minutes, she goes, "Yeah, it's what we suspected. The people haven't been here in 20 years. Um, they were doing fine because the father had left the water running. But after a while, the water stopped, and they've been starving."
Is there a place we can go to turn the water back on?
The plant says underground? Oh, beneath the greenhouse. But we saw the floor plans of the chateau. It never mentioned any underground.
Yeah.
That's weird.
You know, I actually had a thought a little bit ago. The room that we were in with the two beds, we didn't check the floors or anything. Do you think there's possibly a trap door somewhere?
The children's room?
I'm sure there's some kind of trapdoor or secret passage somewhere.
Well, I'm not saying it is the children's room. I'm just saying
Uh-huh.
we went in there, kind of looked around, but then left afterwards. Because we thought we saw everything.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Farron just kind of like sits on top of one of the tables that is nearest the berry plant, and she just kind of looks at everyone with almost like an upset look, and she's like, "Well, I don't want to burn the greenhouse down.
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry,
No, I
guys."
agree. No, don't have to apologize.
Okay.
I agree with
You
you.
did nothing wrong.
Wait, if all the other plants are dead because the water dried up, how come this plant is still alive?
Good question.
And
I'll
apparently
ask.
still bearing fruit.
Hmm.
I'll ask. She puts her hand on the plant, and she waits. And she goes, He's a lazy plant. It takes him years to harvest.
Fair
It
enough,
makes
I guess.
sense, especially when they're
has to be
healing
20.
berries.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Should we look for this underground passage thing right now? Should we go get more info on the chateau plans or
any
some?
any
I kind of
indication
want to
of
find
where
the
the
trapdoor.
basement entrance would be?
The plant says it's closer than you think.
Oh,
Okay, I want to look around for any switches or panels that might reveal a hidden passage.
and I'm gonna go back to that spot where the soil and the fertilizer were.
Can
I,
Roll
I
for
maybe
investigation.
lift? Can I maybe
Alright.
lift the table?
can I
Investigation.
search the floors
Something.
for
That's
any
12.
trapdoor?
Everybody that wants to investigate, roll for investigation.
Alright.
Can I lift the table?
That is a
Silver, I'm gonna actually have her take a different approach and investigate the outside, see if there's something
Smart,
hidden
actually.
around the
Okay.
perimeter.
So type in your rolls.
Is my also investigations? I'm just like
You're an
lifting
athletics.
Okay, that makes sense. Good. I rolled an 11. Thank God I have good athletics.
Are you lifting the table again?
I'm lifting the table, silly.
It's lifted, fam.
Huh?
Alright, chat. Right.
Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. What are your guys' rolls?
The table shouldn't be too heavy. It should be fine.
Not.
I think Farron's still sitting on the table as well.
Yeah, Farron is not investigating, but she's just sitting on the table touching the plant.
As
That's what you
Marlos
guys
is
wanted her
lifting
to
it
do.
up.
As Marlos
It's very
lifts it
funny
up.
if she's just sitting on the. Yeah, no, he keep her
She's
there.
like touching the plant, and like all of a sudden, like the table gets lifted, and she's just like, oh, and the plant is talking to her, and the plant's like, this guy lived.
Congratulations, Farron has found her own Penelope.
Nameless goes first.
All right, I'm
Where
checking.
are you investigating?
I'm checking the floors for anything passageway esque, trapdoor esque.
All right. Are you looking in like a specific area, or just like overall, like the center of the?
More towards the back.
Okay. So where Marlos is lifting the table with Farron, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You're on your hands and knees, like tapping and like knocking on the ground, and you don't feel anything in particular. There's nothing in that area. So you don't see anything in the back left. The next one up is
Looks like Laura's.
Lorza.
Yeah.
Yep. Lorza.
I'm checking the walls for any panels that might be pressable to reveal something not yet revealed.
What area would you be in? So like the doors are like where you walk in, and there's also like walls in that area as well.
I mean, like where am I currently?
You are currently like standing in the center of the room where the group was, and the moment that everyone agreed to investigate further, Farron is sitting on the table that is at the back left wall. Marlos is also with her, lifting the table, and Nameless is also with them on the ground.
Okay.
So Marlos kind of like has to keep holding the table up until Nameless scurries out of there.
Okay. I'll head to the right and start feeling the wall and like slowly move back towards the entrance as I feel for any panels.
Starting from the back of the wall, you're like sliding your hand over every possible crevice of this wall, and you're not feeling anything out of the ordinary. You're at one point like one of the potted plants that are hanging on the little overhang. One of the leaves kind of brushes against your neck, and you like flip out and you look at it, only to realize like you had just brushed against it, so it's not alive. You brush against the wall even further, and eventually you do get to the double doors again. But there's nothing in particular that came your way. Milos is just lifted.
Just have lifting over there the table with Farron on it, probably gently putting it down after we find nothing below it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Gray, where are you?
I am holding out my bow as kind of like an extension of my hand, kind of like a stick in a way. And I'm about going back to the spot where the fertilizer was supposed to be on the ground. And I'm kind of just gonna kind of wave the bow, like kind of like a stick in front of it, just to make sure there's like nothing there. Maybe I'm just investigating that area.
As you are, so you're poking under the table or on the, or just in that area?
In that area.
He's poking where the thing is missing.
Okay. Upon looking in that area, Gray, you're moving your bow kind of like cautiously. I'm imagining like you're holding it at like the bottom of the bow and you're using it as like a moving stick.
Yeah. Like a reacher kind of.
Okay. So you're poking around the area and you're brushing up against everything, and you're tapping the ground with the bow as well. And it just sounds like the same marbled flooring until it hits wood.
Huh?
Wood.
Guys, I think I found something. Oh. It's the same spot again.
Congregate over to it.
Listen.
As you guys are looking, Gray does show you where the area is.
Tap, tap, tap. Conk.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Can I feel around it to see if that wood is like movable in any way?
Can I see? Can I lift up
the
wood?
Can I put the bench down now?
I already put down a bit ago.
Yeah, as soon as you mentioned like you found something, everyone at that point stopped what they were doing. So like Marlowe's had put the bench down. Everyone walks over.
Except maybe Silver, because they're outside.
Yeah, no, they're like tapping the window, and like Silver kind of like looks over, and they're just like, come inside. But like the door is open, so you just hear them going, "Come inside." So Silver kind of like walks. It's like, oh, what?
Oh, okay.
So like Silver is standing near the door, kind of like, oh, like peeking their head in, like, what's going on? As you guys are poking around this area, Marlos.
Yeah.
You move the bigger pot that is on the ground out of the way. Meanwhile, Hatter places her hand on the table, and as she does, that table actually falls, and you just hear a thunk as it now is not on. It's not leveled with all of the other tables, and it's now like one side is down and one side is up. But upon examination, this table was meant to be moved.
Okay.
That's why the plant said the table was important.
Can some of you help me move the table?
Who wants to help Hatter?
Marlos, that sounds like a job for you.
Marlos is the table mover.
Yeah, Marlos is the furniture mover. Where is Marlos?
What? Come again? My bad.
We need your help to move a table.
Oh yeah, I can move the table.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
One time.
while he's doing that, I want to investigate the wood panel on the floor that that Gray found. I want to see if there's a latch or a lock or something, or if it's possible to open it.
Am I
As-
rolling for the table move?
Nah.
Okay.
You're
As
too
Hatter,
strong. You got it.
as Hatter and Marlos lift up the table, they're moving it away along with like the pots that are on it, and they kind of like move it aside. And as they move it aside, there is what seems to be a thing,
The thing?
a wooden latch, or a wooden floor.
Trapdoor? Door?
Yeah.
Floor.
And as you guys are looking at it, you're able to poke it up into the air. And give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Yeah. I went above and beyond. And
Pop the fuck off. Ooh.
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 And,
Secret tunnel.
you guys pop open the trap door, and it shows that there are stairs that lead below.
How dark is it down those stairs?
Can
Is it
I
darker-
see you with my dark vision?
Can we dark it?
With the light that is coming in from the greenhouse, the room itself possibly could be dark if that trapdoor was not open.
Fine.
You guys want to close the door behind you?
No, that's a horrible idea.
Do you guys want to enter downstairs?
I could
I'll go
first.
down, but I'll equip a dagger.
Should
Anyone want to come with?
Could I go?
Yeah, we're all going. We're all going.
I guess we're all going.
Oh, actually, before we go down, someone make sure that the door is properly kept open so it doesn't suddenly close on us.
True.
Hmm. If there's
So
a
if we-
torch, I could probably use a fire arrow to light it up. Unless we have matches. Wait, doesn't Marlos have matches?
What about me?
We're not going to use matches in case.
Plants, remember? Remember?
Mm. But
I'm
we're
not called
underground now.
matches anymore, silly.
Anyways,
As you guys enter downstairs,
anyways.
you guys enter downstairs, and as you go down, it does feel different. It doesn't feel like it calm. It feels eerie. The air definitely feels murky in a way. Definitely different from upstairs, which could be a possibility of the marble flooring over the years having water just being rained onto them, that it's possible that water had dripped down into this room below, making that murky feeling. All of a sudden, as all 7 of you get downstairs, there's a little as what sounds like a door being closed, and the room is enveloped in darkness.
Dark vision test!
Can
Alright,
I use dark
Group
vision?
dark vision, group dark vision.
everyone
I
check to see
like
if they have dark
I
vision.
have the dark
Finally.
vision too.
We all have dark vision somehow.
Well, let's see.
That's a good
Yes.
number.
That's a 10.
I assume dark vision is a class feature.
Oh.
It's a race
Actually, it's a
feature.
racial feature.
I have a
Oh.
two.
It comes usually for elves and orcs and fucking tieflings.
12.
14.
somehow this normal human Gray Roldy somehow has dark vision.
Well, if
Well,
you're
have we
human.
determined that you're human?
We haven't
Yeah.
determined anything about my character.
Do you have to roll for dark, or do we just have dark vision passively?
Might
Well,
not
you guys
notice.
are just really fucking excited. So I was like, yeah, I'll let them roll, but then I'll tell them afterwards that they didn't have to.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why we roll. It's like it's just a passive thing. You don't activate dark vision.
we just love rolling
Yeah.
to see if we remember.
So these were history checks, of course.
I'm
Anyhow.
going through everyone. Out of everyone in this room, Gray and Nameless cannot
Hold
see
on.
any.
Oh, that's
Damn
not-
it.
Okay, so I'll put dark vision in my fucking thing.
I have
For
dark
those of
vision.
you-
I have dark vision.
For those of you that are looking in this room, you are able to see just a little bit ahead of you, and you see that this room is very big. And
Fuck. I can't see shit.
I can.
Marlos, maybe light a match.
That's what I was saying. Oh, whatever.
I mean, we're
That's a-
downstairs, so maybe it's a good idea to light a match
That's
now.
a good idea, Electric Lorza.
Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Gray. Don't you have fire arrows? Wouldn't equipping one light it up?
Yes, but why would I waste my very limited supply of fire arrows when he has a
Well,
full
no,
box
you
of
don't,
matches?
You don't just shoot it. You just need to have it equipped on your bow, and it'll just be glowing. That's how it works in Zelda, anyway.
That's how it works in Zelda, not
Do I get the
this game.
matches or
That
not?
could work.
I would line up a match, I guess.
Thank you.
As you start to work on that mat, I'm going to need you to roll for a sleight of
I can slide my hand, I hope. 16 should be enough, probably.
As you're flipping the match, there does sound like something rustling. And then, as soon as you flight the mat, this high pitch shoots open.
Oh shit,
And-
a rat!
Plants are in this room. There are at least several of them. Looks to be like they're in a little bit of a bloom. And as you have this match lit, you see like spores are flying in this room. And standing just a few, maybe 30 feet away from you, is some sort of monster. Roll for initiative.
Oh, we're doing this
shit.
now.
Next time.
Oh, we're doing this next time. Oh, this is now or next time?
How long have we been going?
I mean,
Next time.
it's 1
Next.
o'clock.
So do we roll initiative
in that
now
case,
or
we'll-
then?
Let's roll initiative next week.
I think we'll
That way,
forget
that way
about
we
this,
get
yes.
we get
Alright.
better in the gods
So
good
next
graces.
week we're going into a fight.
We
Maybe.
need
Yep.
land.
A fight where Nameless and Gray can't see
Unless the matches are lit.
unless
Hmm.
the.
I
matches
mean,
are
I
lit.
have something I'd like to try at least that might help.
I
Ooh.
was gonna say, what if matches just throws the match at the?
What if you just
Here's-
shot a
here's-
fire arrow on the plant? That's gonna light up the room.
That's what I was
See-
gonna probably do.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe.
Ooh. Well,
Well-
that's if they're not hydrated enough. If they're hydrated enough, that might go
Yeah.
out.
Mm.
Yeah, you also have to take an effect. Like, there has been a murky feeling, which could indicate there is water in this dungeon.
True.
Ooh,
Mm.
we have to deal with water, and somebody has ice arrows.
I do.
But we'll find
And-
that out next time.
Next
And
time.
if Pokemon is anything to deal with, ice is also super effective on grass things.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, guys, I've been streaming for 4 minutes and not 4 minutes, 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Yep.
Oh man.
But anyway, next week we'll see what happens. Until then,
Next Sunday.
until next time, I've been that elf nerd.
I've been Harper's Hedgie.
I've been Pink
I've
Fuzzy.
been Ryu Karat.
I've been Terror J. Wolfie saying.
You were saying that?
I can't
Wow.
believe you'd say that.
I've been Vin, SRC, I guess.
And we'll see you all
And I do not say that.
Next time.
next time.
Origami Owl's here too.